this is session 1, or the second time that we're playing together. So remember last week, 2 weeks ago, our last session, we had gotten introduced to everybody's character. We got to see Grim come onto the field with a head, toss it into somebody's mashed potatoes, and demand a bounty and steal that man's brandy on the way out. And then continue to secure free food and free everything as we were introduced to Grim and her badass ways. We also got to meet Nim, our plucky, seems like she's always happy Tomb Raider sneak thief, as she came in and constantly reminded people about consent.
Yeah, and then someone called her out. I think it was Yassin. He was like, consent.
Then we had Yassin, our seafaring genasi, who is coming right off the heels of losing his boat to his first mate and trying to figure out all the mystery around that. And then we ended our introductions with Astrella, who was very medically inclined, looking to trade notes with the town's physician, and kind of very secretive about what she was trying to discover and what she was looking for, but being the only one in the party to notice that something was affecting the town's people, that there was some sort of a disease that was affecting certain members of the town, which she got to see in the medical tent, and has a little bit of knowledge about that. But in the end, all of you made it to the tavern, where suddenly Tobin acted very strange. All of you got to meet Tobin individually, minus Astrella, because when she came in, it's almost like a switch was turned on. And Tobin recognized that you were all here and you were all expected. And he took you upstairs to an upper room of the tavern where you all got to meet Thaunis. Thank you. His name I didn't make up on the spot, I swear. I know him. There you all got to meet Thaunis. And Thaunis took you outside. Everything that he does with magic was, even for those of you with magic, was beyond your comprehension right now. It seemed you were in one place and done another. You felt no spell, you felt no whoosh of power. You just simply were in different places. And Thaunis showed you something that you all have seen before in your travels, which is this crack in space, this cut of light that has all troubled you in some way. Seems to trouble Astrella the most. She's the one who takes the most notice of it in her last encounter. And so he asked for your help and said that he was dying, that he was a guardian of these realms and was helping to keep them separate, as if there was some force trying to merge them together. And you got the sense from him that in that merging, there could be a lot of death and destruction, and that it wouldn't go well for these separate realms. And that's all you know so far, but he gave you a choice. You could have gone home to your lives, he never would have bothered you again, or you could walk back into his tavern and as such take upon the quest that he is giving. All of you chose to walk into the tavern, and as you did, the lights in the sky, this nebula that kind of surrounds this tavern of realms, they all brightened for a brief moment, as if a transfer of energy had occurred. And so we start tonight's set. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Didn't he say that he would grant us one wish each or something? I don't remember what it was.
He did say that he would try to grant you, not like the word wish,
but
but try to help. Try to be, because you asked, could you answer a question? Could you help us? And so he said within his power that he would grant each of you one token, one boon, one offer.
That's what it was.
Yep. So you are absolutely correct. So each of you now have sort of that hanging over Thaunis, that as you start to complete things, keep in mind that Thaunis is there to help you with whatever you might ask. And so we step into the Tavern of Realms. This tavern is not unlike the tavern you just came from. It's filled with patrons, with the smell of food, with beers and wines and ales and liquors all about. The place is well stocked, and there's plenty of people around. You don't recognize anybody except Toblin. Toblin seems to be milling about on the floor, and he's getting people's orders and talking and schmoozing with the crowd. But you see other figures. In the corner, in the back, as you're walking in the door, in the back left corner, there is a floating eyeball. This is known as a beholder. And you just see this creature there sort of floating, its many tentacles kind of waving about. And every now and then you see this creature lap up some soup and kind of go back to their notes, and you just kind of hear this muttering, gurgling sound. Closest to you, there is this wizard who is dressed in very flamboyant colors of gold and bronze, stars and moons, all like the stereotypical cereal box Lucky Charms, like wizard. Like, this guy looks like he came off of like an amusement park ride, and he sort of catches all of your eyes and goes and then goes back to talking. He's conversing with another patron there, this dark-skinned African-looking woman with strong, long black hair and very warrior-like features to her. And then all throughout the room, you see other people, other patrons that you could talk to. Two of note also are sitting at a table together. And all of you notice these two patrons because they look really familiar. In fact, you have all seen them before in the statue that was at the center of town, the very statue of the fountain where Grim was splashing. Some of you saw Grim splash, some of you saw her leave, but all of you noticed this particular fountain. And as a result, the statue was of an orc and an elf. Very striking features. The orc being about 6'3", 6'4", a strong beard, very chiseled features, big frame, tattoos across his arms and across his face, almost like something similar to what Yassin has on him, almost like wave-like patterns. The female, the elf, you notice her, she is a dark elf, meaning that her color is kind of a grayish purple tone. She is a wizard or a sorceress, you can tell because she carries a staff near her. There is a sense of energy that comes off of her body. Her armor is a scale mail skirt that she wears. The top of her very ornate patterns, looking maybe ancestral, something to do with maybe her family lineage. And then the orc, you notice this guy's a big brute fighter barbarian type. He's got an axe and a sword slung onto his back. And the two of them are just talking to each other, having a casual conversation. Now, as you four kind of get settled, Toblin comes up and you just kind of hear pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Oh, hi! I'm glad the four of you decided to come back. I'm thrilled. I was a little worried. You don't seem like the strongest, well, cohesive party that I've seen come through Thonis has found, but you know, I've got hope. I've got a lot of hope. I think you all are due. I hope. Shit, please do good. I'm just saying. Just you know, there's a lot riding on all this. Anyway, welcome to the Tavern of Realms. It's very convoluted, kind of like way out there. I didn't think of the name, but I do help to run this establishment as well. And all the food, all the drink that you could want is 100% absolutely on the house. Thonis told me earlier, so whatever you want, whenever you need it, it's yours. Also, each of you has a room upstairs. You have your own separate place. You can store things there, whatever you need. So you all have your own place to sleep. So just want to let you know, literally, if you go up the stairs and turn left, you're going to see a bunch of doors. Your name is literally on the door, so you can't miss it. I will warn you, there is only one bathroom upstairs. It's communal. So take turns or get to know each other, or however you want to do that. But there is one bathroom, so keep that in mind. And then, well, Thonis said he'd be down in a moment, but kind of just acquaint yourselves with the others here. And if you need any food, just, holler, on Toblin. And your wish is my command. Okay. And then he kind of just waddles back off around the bar and looks like he's busying himself with some glasses, talking to a female human who's there. This kind of, she's middle-aged, blonde hair, slight, looks like her cheeks are sunken in a bit. Looks like maybe she's a bit overworked. She's got heavy bags kind of when you look at her. And so you notice that she's there too, and Toblin and her are kind of having this conversation. So what do you all decide to do? Who wants to do what? The space is yours.
I want Giannis to go over to the Yassin. Giannis. I got my letters mixed up. I want Yassin to go over to the people, the orc and the elf lady, and to maybe try to just eavesdrop on them, see what they're talking about.
Okay. Anybody else deciding to go with him or any other plans? Just want to kind of know where everybody wants to go, and then we'll jump around.
I want to find Donis.
You want to find Thonis? Okay.
Yeah.
How are you going to go find him? So remember, the last thing Toblin said is that he'd be down in a moment to see all of you. So that's all you know about Thonis's location.
Okay.
You could ask questions if you want to find him, or just go snooping about and see what happens. Just however you want to do that.
Well, then, to redirect, let me just ask a question instead of, going to find Thonis. Did anybody grab my clothes?
We'll
I
say
think
that.
you grabbed them.
I was inebriated and carried away. Did you carry my clothes, Giannis? Or Yassin?
They weren't they just wet? I thought you still had them on.
Oh,
Them off and left them behind.
They were on the floor.
When we were talking to Thonis?
No, before
yes, I
they
was
went to
in
the
my
tavern.
skivvies.
Oh.
In the tavern when she's getting free food from that old guy.
Oh.
You may want to talk to Toblin about that. I would recommend talking to Toblin about getting you some clothes. Just a suggestion from the DM.
Okay.
Clothes on the floor.
So that's what Grim will be doing.
Nim's gonna elbow Estrella and be like, he's not much fun for talking, is he? No? This guy looks fun, and she's gonna go sit by by the wizard guy.
by the overly ostentatious wizard.
Yes.
Astrella, are you going to be sitting with Nim? Has she kind of poked you, or are you going to go do your own thing?
Estrella's gonna head to the bar, grab a drink, and just kind of people watch and try to get her head on straight.
So let's start with Yassin. So as you kind of approach these two, this seemingly couple, the orc and elf sitting next to each other, I want you to roll a stealth check for me. But you don't want to be noticed. You want to eavesdrop in on them.
Just laughing at people. By the way, I like your friend in the background, Missy. I just noticed him when you're like,
Oh,
yeah.
so I rolled.
Him Thonis.
Yes.
In his memory when he does die.
Oh man, she's got it ready for him. She's like, he gonna die.
Wow. All
He don't
right.
die, so I mean, best be prepared.
Okay. Yassin, what is your roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Did you have anything to add to it?
He rolled a 7, added 3.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got you. Cool. All right. So you got a 10. That's not bad. I will say that the two, the orc and the elf, do notice that you're there, but you're not giving any kind of like, there's nothing threatening about you. They don't really care. It's sort of like a passing, oh, there's another person, whoop-de-doo. So you can hear their conversation quite clearly, and they're not trying to hide anything from you. So you hear the orc in his burlish tone, and he's like, oh man, the food here. I think I could cook something better if they let me go in the back. And you hear the elf, and she has this very cold, even tone to her, almost like a lilt of British to it, but not very strong, as if she was losing perhaps her accent. Well, you're welcome to go to the back and ask if you want, dear. I don't want to impose on them or anything like that. You know how long we've been here? I feel like we just got here maybe an hour ago. Can't you remember? Oh, I don't know. It just feels like we've been here longer than that, but whatever. Look, I'm going to go to the bar and see if I can at least get us some decent drinks. Do you want anything? Oh, maybe like a dark wine if they have any. You know the kind I like. Oh, yeah. I got you. One of those little underdark things that you and your people drink. Weeks up. Mhm. And he kind of gets up and he looks at you and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" He just kind of gives you that mannered, like, chin, just yeah. Then he just walks straight past and heads to the bar and winds up pulling up right next to Astrella. Is there anything that you're going to do, Yassin?
I think after that, I'm going to kind of move over to where Nimri is and kind of move over where Nim
This
is.
is a slightly longer version of my name, but it's fine.
Okay. I'll move over to where Nim is, where she is with the wizard, and just kind of, I think Yassin's just kind of moving about the room, trying to gather information.
Sounds good.
But quietly.
Sounds like so. As you kind of get closer to them again, you're just a fly on the wall. Nobody is really kind of paying too much attention to you, but they know you're there. Nim, do you introduce yourself to Fizbin? How do you go about this?
Yeah, she actually just kind of like sits down and like, "Hi, how are you? I'm Nim."
Hi, pleasure. The pleasure's all mine. Fizbin's the name. Of course, you heard of me, I'm sure.
Fizbin.
Fizbin, yes, with a f in the end. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to get it right. And now
Surely you've heard of me before, have you not? Perhaps read one or two of my tomes? Yes.
I do read a lot of books, yes.
Yeah. Are you a fan of dragons?
I am a fan of dragons.
I wrote all the books on them. You've read all of my books.
It's like I already know you.
You should, because I put a lot of myself in. I'm Fizbin. I am the one who wrote The Treasury of Dragons. This is my best-selling work, by the way. What brings you to this place, Nim?
Well, first of all, the dwarf back there, he was part of it, and then there was a portal, and then I was transported to a couple of different places, and then I ended up here, but I think in the end it's that Thomas guy.
Yeah. So he brought you here, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's dying or something, so he needs our help.
Oh, I know all about Thomas. Interesting. So you're his latest champion, are you?
Well, I don't know about champion.
It means to say
I'll take it.
You are chosen by Thomas to be here. The rest of us here happened by, happenstance, really, accidents and so forth. None of us were chosen, mind you, though Thomas has put us to good use, me and the other high-ranking mages here, if you will.
Is he a whip cracker? Is he one of those guys, you know?
You don't want to piss him off, let's just put it that way.
Oh, he's got some anger issues?
I wouldn't say anger per se. Anger would be nice. It's much colder than that. I'd put it the other way. And he looks around as if like Thomas can hear him. He's got this like shit face, like, oh. Anyway,
we don't have that. It's fine. It's fine. What are you doing right now? Like, what you doing?
Oh, I'm just kind of doing my next tome here. And he shows you a picture of a dragon that he's sketching.
You draw that?
I did.
I draw some things too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Look at you. This is just a regular blooming artist, aren't you?
Don't know about that, but I am a treasure hunter. I like to hunt a lot of artifacts down.
I see you must have had.
Draw on those things.
I can see by you've read my tomes. You must have had many encounters with dragons. They do keep the best horns.
Dragons, dragon pawns, you know all them.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. This is the latest I'm working on. It's the Draco Hydra. It means the son of a bitch, really. It's quite beautiful. You haven't seen one, have you?
Terrifying. No, thank God.
Well, if you ever do, let me know, because I would just say that no, chop off the heads, if you know what I mean. Just,
No.
it gets worse. You think if the Hydra's bad, it's the Dragon Hydra. I don't know which one was the bad
Sorry. If I ever see one, you'll be the first to know.
Oh,
Yes,
excellent. Can I see your artwork, please? I wish to see some of the things. And do you hand him your book?
Actually, I'm going to just go like this.
And he just sort of he just kind of reaches out and he's like trying to thumb through the pages and look through them.
Yeah. See, and she starts like.
He stops someone and he goes, "Oh, that's that." And he points to a picture of the gem that you carry, that you've drawn in there in the temple where it came from, just a little sketch of the temple in the corner. And he goes, "You've seen that, have you?"
Yes, I usually draw things that I see. And I turn to this.
You've been in its presence and survived.
Yes, I have.
Yassin,
That's pretty impressive now.
you are hearing all of this, Yassin, by the way.
It's pretty
Okay.
impressive now, ain't it?
I
Pretty little rock there.
You have it on you. Or did you
Why
think
would I have it? You think you're acting like it's dangerous? Why would I pick up something
and
dangerous?
quite right, it's quite dangerous.
No, I don't do
I'm-
that kind of stuff. Actually, where I'm from, we actually try to get rid of things like that so we don't other people don't get into it.
So I imagine you
we just-
buried the temple upon this relic, did you not?
Totally brought it all the way down. All of it. It's fine. Yes.
Oh. Well then, we can go back to happy conversation then. That's wonderful. Whew, I was worried for a second there. And so
Don't
we'll
worry about it.
and so now we'll move on to the bar. Yassin, are you still going to hang out there? Their conversation isn't necessarily done. We're just pausing for a moment. It's okay.
I guess I'll stick around the wizard.
That sounds like a plan. All right. So we'll move over to Astrella, who is at the bar, just kind of people watching. And you notice a few interesting things. One, at your position at the bar, you can hear this beholder talking to himself. Again, he just has one big eye. It's like Mike Wazowski with tentacles and no legs. Like he's just floating. Which as the closer you get to him, you sort of feel these little magical eddies that are sort of controlling his height. Yes, Grim, I see you had a,
So he's like dwarf in a glass.
but bigger.
But yeah, but like,
Yeah, that's a way to think of him.
I don't know why that just popped in my head. I was like, something like that.
And what you can hear him muttering to himself is he's poring over this book and going, I don't know if that's correct, but I think maybe if I carry it, yes, that might do it, but I don't know if it would cure it or not. Experimentation, that's what it takes. And he kind of looks up, experimentation! And then his head sort of rotates back down and he's tentacles scribble something into the book. So you hear that happening. You also see this orc, this 6'4" orc walking towards you, just kind of lumbering. And he saddles up next to you at the bar and he goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And just sort of nods in your direction. And he goes, Dublin, come here. Yeah, Yanzaroku, what's up? Look, and I think Norshell is in a bit of a mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, no, I got you. No, not a problem. You got any of the good stuff? I mean, the good, the underdark, weird shit that she likes. Oh yeah. No, I always keep a bottle of that just in case she's in one of her moods. And he reaches underneath the bar and puts it onto the table. And he goes, what about you? Anything you want? Yeah, remember that bottle I brought in how long have I been here? Oh, I don't know. I think you just got here, haven't you? I don't know. I bought it in a bottle, right? Yeah, you did. It was the Strong Jaw brew. Yeah.
Eh,
I'll take that. Good choice. Good choice. You gonna be all right tonight? Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Just got this funny feeling in my head. That's all. Nothing shakes out a funny feeling like some booze, right? Then he looks over at Astrella. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Haha, yeah, bro.
Bro. Oh, okay.
Bruh.
That has never
The
sounded nice.
personification of just act cool, man, is standing at the bar.
I'm Zeroku, by the way. And he sort of raises his glass to you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, okay. You're one of fine, whatever. And he sort of just walks away and goes back to the table. And he sits down next to you now knows Norshella and sits down next to her and hands her her bottle. And the two of them just start to pour glasses and they start talking. They're now completely out of earshot of everyone. Grim, by this time, you sort of pass by Zeroku as you're making your way to the bar because that's where Toblin is. And as you're passing Zeroku, you just kind of like, hey, because you're in your skivvies. And he's like, must have been a fun night.
Is that it? That's all.
He just says like this. Do you comment on his fun night or you just keep walking by him?
Do you have clothes?
Maybe
Am I
I'm
still intoxicated? Is the question.
No, I'd say by this point, a lot of it's worn off. You're pretty, you're able to handle your liquor pretty well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how drunk I was.
Yeah, you've been
So-
sort of knocked back into being sober.
Okay. So
Do that to you.
who's he again? Which one is he?
He's the orc.
Oh, the orc off the fountain.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, I swam in your fountain.
He's just gonna start laughing. Is that some kind of a euphemism? I swear I'd notice if we did something together. Is that why you're almost naked? No. Okay. That's good. I think that might make Norshella pissed off, if you know what I mean.
Is there a fountain of you?
There's a where?
Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh, wait, what were you gonna say?
I was saying it's in Phandalin if you want to know the name of the place, if you're gonna tell.
Oh, yeah, I need to write that down. Wait, don't I have it? No.
Yeah, the city. you all
Phandalin?
started- Yep, the city of Phandalin. That's where you all started. And the land is called Faerune, just in case you're wondering. The realm, if you will, Faerune.
Mhm.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
It will.
Realm, Faerune.
Mhm. So do you want to tell Zeroku any of this or just like whatever and walk away?
I'm gonna be like, do you know of a place called Phandalin?
Oh yeah. And he looks confused for a second. He goes, I'm pretty sure I've been there a couple of times. Yeah, I'm sure I'm yeah, the name sounds familiar. Yeah, I know it. I do.
I thought that was your computer.
And you know that elf lady?
Yeah, Norshella. I know her. I think I met her when I got here, which was some time ago. Yeah.
Can I? What can I do? Can I
Anything.
do like an insight check or
Yes, you can.
like
That's-
an observation of him kind of check?
that would be an insight check. Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Ah!
That's a great roll.
It's a D20, right?
Yep, D20. Oh my God, your D20 is so heavy.
Okay, can I re-roll? Oh, wait. Insight?
Yeah, add your insight to it.
Damn, I have none.
Oh, what'd you get?
4.
4. That's okay. So
4.
with the 4, all you can tell is really what's plain on his face, which is he's confused and he's struggling. But that's it. You can't get anything else from it other than he seems to be struggling with kind of talking about Phandalin and Faerune and all that kind of stuff. But he kind of looks and he goes, so there's a statue of me in Phandalin.
Yes.
Huh. Does it look good? I mean, does it capture the jaw right here?
Yeah. Pretty well.
Now, what I will give you, I'll give you this. As he's looking and showing his face, what you notice more than anybody else would, because you were by this statue. You stared at it. The statue looked younger. And as you look at this orc's features, you can see more lines in his face than the statue had. You even notice that there's some gray around the temples, in the beard, something that you wouldn't see from a distance, but as you get closer, you'd say that the statue is definitely of a younger version of this orc. He's like, well, I'm glad it looks good. That's the people are making statues of me. They need to look good. And he seems sort of like lost for a second. He goes, Zeroku, by the way. And you?
Grim.
Grim, that's an awesome name. That's great. Unlike that bitch by the counter who wouldn't tell me her name, but whatever. So I'm gonna go and drink.
Her name is Snow White. It's okay.
No. Yeah, it is Snow White. Look, if you want to drink, Grim, you are welcome at our table anytime. But I'm gonna go back and apparently she's in a mood.
We'll go enjoy your drink, and I might see you later.
Cheers. And he goes back to the table. And of course, him and Norshella get to drinking. Are you gonna go continue to talk to Toblin?
Yes. Where Rusty at?
So he is by the bar. There with the other human lady that you saw earlier, and he's just still in a conversation with her after Zeroku had left. He got back to talking to her, and he's also kind of like schmoozing with Astrella and going, hey, Astrella, is there anything I can get you? Anything you want? Food, drink, something else to drink?
Is the food in space the same as the food back in Faerune?
I mean, it's not really like space. There's kind of like space, isn't it? Never thought about that. Anyway, yes, anything that you're, believe me, I go to the back, I can whip up anything for you. If you're looking for like a good classic Faerune, like, you know, orc eggs and bacon, like I got you, like whatever you're looking for.
Orc?
It's not real orc eggs. They don't make eggs, by the way. It's the best company like nuts, but I don't serve that here in this establishment. It's unsavory. It's never.
Yeah, Estrella's gonna realize how long it's been since she's eaten and how long this day has been, if this is even the same day. And she will order some orc eggs and bacon and whatever the outer space version of a Bloody Mary is.
That's and believe it or not, out here we call it a bloody Jim. I don't know why. It's the exact same thing, and just with extra green
Hot
beans.
sauce.
Yeah, sure, that too. Yeah, whatever you want. So he goes back, he brings it out. So he hands that to you. At this time, Grim, you're approaching the bar.
Is he there still?
Oh yeah, he's there.
He's not?
He is. Yeah, he's.
Oh,
he's
I didn't know if
serving
he
the
went to the kitchen already or what.
food. He came back real quick, served her the food.
Oh. Do you know where I can get my clothes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're in your room. Yeah, that sopping wet mess that just kind of plopped in with you. Yeah, no. Yeah, Emily here, and he motions to the human next to him, the blonde, sunken in, sallow-cheeked, super bad guy girl. Her name is Emily. She looks tired. Like you look at her, and she just looks like she's like overworked.
Same, Emily. Same.
And she looks at you, Grim. She goes, yes, I took care of those for you. They're cleaned, pressed, nice and dry. So they're in your room if you would like to. And she kind of looks and goes, put something on?
I'm going to well, I don't have to buy it, but I'm going to get her a drink and tell her to sit down and take it easy.
You're
And thank you.
and then Toblin's like,
Rusty, it's okay. It's okay, Rusty.
I suppose you can take your 10 now. Sure, that's fine. Go ahead and take your 10. That's fine. And he kind of gives you the stink eye, Grim, like and Emily just says, she goes, oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. If there's anything you need, just let me know. And she takes a drink, and you just watch her like she's not breathing. She just drinks. It's not even like a chug. She's just drinking and just lets it go all the way until there's nothing left. And she just daintily puts it down and goes, refreshing. And just sort of sits and enjoy being on her butt for once. Like you can tell that she's just enjoying sitting.
Okay. Well, are we still on me or are we going somewhere else? To someone else?
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay. So we'll stick with you as you're doing that. So your room is up the stairs. You go up the stairs. Remember Toblin saying it was to the left. And so as you walk down the hallway to the left, you start looking at the names on the doors and you see Astrella, Nim, Yassin, and then you see yours. You're on the right-hand side. And you see right there, it goes, the Grim Mistress. Like your full name and title is present there for you. Do you open the door?
Yes.
As you open the door, you see that it's a very simple room. There's a fire on the opposite side of you. You see the bed. There's a table. Looks like there's like a wash basin and something on a mirror there, so you can kind of get ready. Very simple. Nothing much other than that. But on the bed, you see your clothes, and indeed they are clean, pressed, dried, the whole shebang. They look good as new.
Okay, I'm gonna put on my clothes.
And you put on your clothes. Okay, go ahead.
No, say what you were gonna say.
I was just gonna ask you what you're gonna do.
Oh, after I get my clothes on, I'm going to see if Thanos has come back down. Sorry, Thanos, whatever.
Thanos.
It was too close. You knew I was gonna say it eventually.
That's amazing.
As you walk out, and I imagine so you're turning the opposite direction of the stairs. So you're gonna turn right and keep walking, trying to see if you can find Thanos. Literally in a blink, like all you do is you blink, and Thanos is now at the end of the hallway walking towards you, and he sees you from a distance and he goes, hello, interesting to see you up here. Your clothes, very nice. This is good. I was hoping you would put on some clothes. A little bit intimidating. You are an attractive woman, I will say this. Thank you. Can I help you with something?
When are we supposed to start and where are we supposed to start?
Good questions. I was actually going to join the others downstairs. If you will accompany me, we will start, as you say.
Can I do something before they get to the bottom of the stairs?
Yes, you can.
Can I, super casually and super cool, can I walk by the beholder and just like glance over and see if I can like see what he's working on?
Yeah, roll sleight of hand for me as a way to see if you can sneakily check out what he's doing.
Okay, let me find that one. Oh damn, that's a -4. This is gonna be fun.
Come on.
-2.
So you got 4 too.
That is the lowest I've ever had anybody roll in anything that I've DM'd. So
You trip and fall on your face.
Right into his foot.
So as you walk by this beholder, he looks up immediately and sees you kind of like side-eye, and he goes,
He has one big eyeball.
he goes, I don't think so. And he's like, you see his tentacles like shove it underneath his like ball frame, just kind of underneath. And he's like, this is not for you. Just casual eyes to witness my genius. Now you go, keep going, walk, Missy. Well, yeah. Go, go. And you just see him like slide back the book, and he goes back to hovering over, but he's like really close now, like paranoid. You're just watching his eye kind of and go back. Super paranoid. So good try though. Good try. Good effort.
Oh, thanks for
Anybody
watching.
else want to do anything before Thaunis comes down with Grim? And Grim, you can also stop Thaunis, ask him questions, whatever you want to do before he steps down the stairs.
Didn't you say there was somebody sitting with the wizard I was with?
There is, yes, there is somebody you wish to encounter this
I would
African
like
woman.
to, yes, I would like to.
And so as the two of you are talking, you kind of hear this woman. She goes, Ever Fisbun, this is not the place to be talking about dragons. And she kind of has an Irish lilt to her voice. And she looks at you and goes, hello, my name is Tasha. Perhaps you've seen my works. I have written the Cauldron of Everything. Come by it.
I don't spend much time around cauldrons, but
I see. So you've read his work, but you won't read mine.
I like dragons,
Hey, everybody
but
likes dragons, of
I like
course.
things too, so I might have seen the Berk.
That gem that Fisbin was freaking out over.
Oh yeah, that's
Do you understand what it was that you saw? Or were you just milling about the tomb looking to get rich for something?
no. I don't do this to get rich. I do it for a different reason.
Roll a deception check.
I don't do it to get rich.
Oh, you're not deceiving her. Okay, go.
I
Keep
don't
going.
do it to get rich. I do it because I am out there as an adventurer trying to ward off evil thingies,
Bullshit. She likes shiny things.
you know.
Dearie, when she gets close to you, appreciate what you're trying to do out there and the things you're looking for. In fact, and she kind of looks you over and she goes, I think I recognize the order that you come from of monks, yes?
Looks at her clothes like, oh, you got that?
You are indeed a monk, are you?
Yes, indeed.
I can tell you, I've had word with your masters in the whole order, trying to dissuade them for what they're doing. There are magical things out there that are stronger than any of your monk types can handle. And that trinket that you saw is one of them.
You might have a cauldron of all your bibble bubbles or whatever, but I know what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for a long time. And you don't need to worry about it. I don't know.
I mean, no offense, dear. I mean, no
Oh,
offense.
no.
Just
No,
want you to be wary of it. That trinket, more than any of the others that I've come across, is perhaps the most dangerous. And it would behoove
What
you.
was doing this gem? I told you I buried the gem.
Yeah, I know. Roll a
Did
deception.
Cho Chang get to this tavern?
Hmm?
I said, how did Cho Chang get to this tavern? That's not you. That's who you sound like.
I'm
Isn't that-
glad.
Cho?
Yeah, she's the Irish one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it sounds like exactly. Like her. That's why I was like, who is that reminding me of?
What do I have? That's a fracking 3. That's a fracking 3.
Starting off
You
strong.
trying to roll
Woo!
for it?
She squints her eyes. Tasha squints her eyes, and she goes, and she gets really close so that Fisbin and nobody else can hear, just you. And she goes, dearie, I know you're lying to me. Everybody would lie if they came across that gem. I bet you have it on you right now. Look, I'm not judging, and I'm not going to try to take it or anything like that. All I'm going to say is you're meddling with things you don't understand. But it's your business. I'll leave it at that. And at that moment, Tasha gets up. You want to say anything as she's walking away? 'Cause
Yeah, Nim's gonna totally just like go like she was going to say something. She goes, no. Then she takes out her pet rat and goes, Husband,
oh, yes.
what do you know about rats?
Oh, I know so many things about rat dragons. I'm sure they're similar. Let me tell you. And the two of you get into talking about dragon rats and rat dragons and all the variations and types. And of course, Tasha just walks away, and you see her. She goes up the stairs and turns to go to perhaps her room. She would be entering now into Thonis and Grimm's range if you decide to stop her for any reason. Before we go up to where you are, Grimm, with Thonis, Astrella and Yassin, is there anything that either of you want to do before Thonis comes down the stairs? Anything else? Especially Yassin, because I know...
Sink to the floor and die after that embarrassing sneak attack.
That's right, you should. That's right, you should.
Nope. I'm just sitting. I'm sitting and I'm contemplating what I've gotten myself into.
Yassin goes and just like pats her on the back.
Because you saw, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And
I get her a drink.
now, just to remind you, Astrella, you did take a journal. You traded journals with the physician at the whose name was very similar to yours, was Stella, in Phandalin. Do you want to look at that now, perhaps?
Yeah. I'll just kind of sit down and act casual, but I'll start reading it. I'll take out my little journal that I had earlier though, and write down like my little theory about the beholder and the words cure and experimentation just to have there. And I'll start looking at Estella's journal.
And go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Ooh, okay.
Actually, no, give me a medicine check. That'd be better. Do a medicine.
Let's see. Okay. Where can you go?
It is a medical journal.
Okay, that's cocked. Hold on. Sorry, that was cocked.
No worries.
I've got dice in the. I gotta take off the dice.
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the tray. 13.
13. So as you're kind of like skimming through this, and I imagine since Yassin is there next to you, you're trying to like not show him what you're looking at. So you're trying to be, casually sneaking. You're doing a much better job of it this time. Yassin's not really paying attention to you. But since you're not fully paying attention to the journal, you're only getting bits and pieces as you're skimming through it. Two things stand out to you. Number one, you see a sketch that Stella had left of the lesions that are on these people that she's been encountering. And next to them, she writes the word blight next to it. And the lesions themselves are very nasty looking sores, but from them, she just makes some super thick black lines that sort of spread out and around. If you think of like venom, just kind of coursing over the arms and shoulders, necks. Really, it covers the whole body. You see in some sketches, she showed it covering the whole body completely. The next thing that you notice is that she's made a note that this is not only found on people, but that she's found it on plants, animals, trees. In fact, there isn't a place yet that she hasn't found some evidence of this blight. It's not in huge quantities. She's just disturbed that it's affecting plants, animals, and people. It's everywhere. And so that's what you notice right away. So at this point, Tasha has made it up the stairs. She sort of looks in Thonis and Grimm's direction, and she goes, have a good night, the two of you. I think I'll be turning in for the evening. Grimm just nods.
I'm just gonna nod and let her pass. But
and
I'm gonna
hear a door open and close, and she's gone now.
Okay. And then I'm going to stop Thanos on this Thanos.
Honest.
Just trying not to say Thanos. On the stairs and be like, can we talk for a minute? We'll go down.
Of course, if you do not wish to speak in front of the others, that will be fine. What can I help you with, Grimm?
I'm gonna ask. Oh my gosh, I just had it. Oh, why do you think you're gonna die after so many years?
It's a valid question, and very astute of you to ask. You watch him pull the collar of his shirt, this red shirt, gold trimmed collar. Again, he's flashy. He's very ornate, but tastefully flashy. Unlike Fizbin, who's just like grotesque. He kind of pulls back his collar so you can see his chest, and you see he has a well-defined chest, but on it there's this lesion. Yeah, Thanos fit, man. Okay. But he's got this almost like a scar that's bright red, and from it you're seeing purples and yellows and green like veins coming off it. It looks like a nasty, like almost like a nasty bruise, but it veins out instead of it being blotches of color. Yeah.
Okay.
This has been with me for about as long as I can remember. But each passing year, it gets worse, and I get weaker. You notice the colors, no?
Yes.
They're like the crack I showed you in the sky. I do not know, and he kind of covers it back up and pins his shirt together. I do not know what it means, only that as this gets worse, I feel weaker. I can only imagine this means I'm coming to the end of my life, but I have never known an other of my species, so I don't know what death looks like for my kind. It is all speculation. I will admit that.
Okay. So if your wound is connected to this crack, how does it affect the realms, in your view?
I have noticed that as I grow weaker, the veil, the wall between realms lessens. You've noticed in your own realm, strange people, right? People who have come from lands that you've never heard of before. This is where the passing of the two realms might happen, and people get lost like refugees. And so you have people in your realm who do not belong. I see it happen more and more as I get weaker. I must conclude it's because of me.
Oh.
Do you have any other questions for me, Grim?
No.
Let us journey to meet the others then. And the two of you head down the stairs. He looks to Nim, to Yassin, to Astrella, and he sort of come, and he opens the door to lead outside the tavern and sort of walks to the open space. Do all of you follow?
Yes, I'm right behind them.
Yeah.
Nim's gonna pick up her rat real quick. It was nice talking to you.
The Benjamin's all mine. And good luck. Don't die out there.
Okay.
Bye. The beholder watches you walk out, Astrella, and he's like, "Oh, good riddance." And then goes back to his writing. Outside, you again see this crack very prominent in the sky. In fact, you would say that it maybe has widened a little bit, maybe just a little bit thicker than it was before. And those of you who are mages, so I'm going to say we got two main mages. So I want Astrella and Grim to make an Arcana check for me, please.
20, Nat.
Damn.
Oh.
Right.
That's the first one of the.
I think that's our first nat
campaign?
20.
7. Because I rolled a 1 and I have +6.
Okay, so
but you
Natural
rolled
1.
that one.
you rolled a nat 1. Oh god, yeah. Our first nat 1 and
Right
nat
next to the
20.
20.
Back to back. This is amazing.
The balance, the circle of life.
So Estrella, I don't know if it's the drink that's in your system, if you're just having an off day, if Xanathar really threw you off, but you don't feel anything in this moment. The world is dead to you, and all you can keep thinking of is how that damn eye embarrassed you. But Grim,
That tracks. Okay.
You're like, I feel that in my bones.
Well, yeah, that's me. That's not the character.
Grim, with your nat 20, maybe it's the fact that you've got your new clothes on or what, but your senses are honed. You feel everything that Faunus is doing from a magical perspective. And what you sense is this. For a moment, you feel him get smaller, as if his magical presence diminishes, as if he's weakening. And then he kind of looks up to the sky, he breathes. And as he breathes in, you feel him fortifying himself, as if he's drawing from the surrounding space. You can feel energy from the tavern, even maybe from the patrons too. He sort of draws this energy up and you feel it well into him. And then he goes back to being what you feel is always been Faunus, that kind of aura that he gives off, and he strengthens himself. And as he does so, again, only you know this, so you do with it as you will. You can tell the group, not tell them when you think the time is right. But Faunus turns around as he does this and goes, I'm glad you all decided to stay. And I'm glad that you have decided to take the food and the drink. This is good. It is always here for you. Please never leave gold for anything. It's always going to be on me. The least I can do. Now, to get to the task at hand, Grim, she found me upstairs and she is eager to press on, to move forward, and I agree with her. The time is right. So, here is your task. This task will be very similar to each realm I will send you. There is a piece of me that I left everywhere. You will know it when you find it. It is unmistakable. You will feel me coming off of it. And he looks at you, Grim, and he looks at Astrella, and he goes, the two of you should sense it the strongest, being mages yourself. This energy is there in these objects. The first object that you will find is a horn. It is going to be, well, in your home, in Phandalin, the realm of Faerune. There in that town, somewhere, I left a horn. And by horn, I don't mean like on the heads, like, and he points to you, Grim, being a tiefling, not the horns, but like the one that you blow, like a musical instrument, a horn. You will find it there. When you do not touch it unless you are all present. This is important. I have imbued this object with not just my essence, but also a magical property that if it is to be touched by one of my champions, it will instantly bring you back to its point of origin, which is me, which is this tavern. Yes, Grim.
How close of a vicinity do we need to be in? Do we need to touch?
To know that it is, to sense it, to know it is the right object? Or
So we all get transported.
Oh, you will all need to touch it at the same time.
It's like a
Touch it.
port key.
Yes, like a port key.
I was like, I'm not gonna be in character when I like a port key.
You're absolutely right. It's like
Okay.
a port key.
I'm just asking because
Yeah.
I was just trying to get a feel. So I didn't touch it when I saw everybody, and I was the only one who left.
Yep.
That could happen.
He looks at all of you and he goes, now,
I mean, if y'all bitches is taking too long.
if you do not all make it back here after finding, I might be able to tear open a portal and grab you. But this is draining. I can only do this so many times. And there are 6 pieces of myself I left in 6 different realms. This will take everything I have to bring them here. And you may be wondering, why does he need these pieces? Because I believe that once they are all unified back as a part of me, I might have the strength to do one more thing, to separate the realms forever. They will not touch. There will be no danger, and everyone will be safe. This is my goal. This is what I am trying to do. Now, in these realms, you will find people who are in need of help. I encourage you to be my champion there, to help them, to think about more than just this one object, if you can. It has been a long time since I've walked these worlds and do not know what trouble has befallen them. I cannot guide them as I once used to. Also, every time you walk through a portal, there is a chance of death. My magic is waning. I do not know if I can guarantee safe passage for 4 people, but I will try. Do you accept these risks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yassin, I sense unease coming from you.
The portal walking hazard is weird, but I will go with everyone.
Good peer pressure is good. Remember this, everyone. Peer pressure on that one. Then, you now,
No.
are you now ready to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Melissa speaking.
Yes.
I have to pee.
Go.
I do too.
So let's go ahead and take a bio break. Go use the bathrooms.
Okay.
I want a little drink. Rose. We're just eat the most obnoxious snack I can while we're all on a Zoom call.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
It's gonna be loud. Next week it's gonna be like mixed nuts and crunching on. I'll put my Dyson dice
Take
down.
this opportunity to change the lighting. Yeah.
Got to set the mood.
Oh, you're fine. Missy's not back yet either. You're good.
Hi.
What was that?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, we interrupted your.
Fine. Breaks are good. Never hesitate to ask for a break for anything because it's all good. I gets it.
Melissa's little setup there. It's just
Obsessed.
like the creepy flame in the corner, the black sheep, man. She's got it going, man.
Went through it.
Oh, so I'm glad the bookstore got back to you so quick, and they're like, "Sure, we'll close, and then you can come in."
That's super cool.
It's so nice. I'm
I
gonna
Garden, the one we're going to? Yeah. So they asked with Winter Park or Winter Garden.
That's what I was going to ask you. Winter Garden. Okay. I have to look. The only thing we have planned, my travel lady got us tickets to Universal, so I have to ask her which day she got us tickets for. Is there a specific day that works best for you guys? 'Cause we're driving in Friday, and then we'll be Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we're leaving on Tuesday. So like
Whatever.
Saturday night, Sunday night work okay?
Sunday's fine if you want to do that. I think you want to do Universal on Saturday, and then Sunday we could hang out all day and
Well,
spend time. And
she already has specific dates for.
oh,
So-
what's your Universal day?
I don't know. I gotta ask my lady. She, I have a lady who my mom knows who books all my trips for me now because it
Mhm.
takes stress off my work brain. So I have to ask her. So I will ask her and I will text you guys.
I'll be right back.
All right, come on.
Okay.
I'll text you guys, but it's probably Saturday since we're getting it on Friday. So that
Mhm.
that works fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, and then Sunday we can hang out and
We'll chill.
yeah, Winter
Oh,
Garden's
oh, yeah.
beautiful. It's a beautiful place, nice kind of downtown
Go over there.
vibe, local stuff, and then the bookstore and all that. It'll be fun.
I'm gonna go check it out Thursday.
Yeah,
Scope
we're
out
gonna
stuff.
scout it out.
Nice. Nice. I really hope all the shit I ordered gets here by then. I was like, dresses? Yes. Estimated shipping time, May 15th. And I was like, ooh, we're cutting that a little bit close.
Okay, we'll make whatever work. You come in like jeans and a frumpy t-shirt, we'll make it work, man.
Oh yeah, there's tons of
I'm going to bring my dice and I'm going to wear my Dungeons and Dragons and Divers and Drive-Ins and Dine shirt. I'm going to get him a Dungeons and Dragons shirt so we can take some Dungeons and Dragons pictures.
hell yeah. That would also be super cute in the library, so.
Also, yeah, that would also be cute in the library, I'm not gonna lie. If we want to, we could figure out a day that we could do D&D here while you're here, and Melissa can call in on the,
That'll be fun.
so you guys can be in the tavern.
I was about to say, hold on, is that a month? Let's see if that Monday falls on what we would normally do. No.
I wasn't running at all.
No.
What are you doing?
For someone who walks like all the time at work, I'm not in good shape.
That's a mood.
I need
I feel that.
I did
Oh,
talk
look at the posters.
Oh,
Those are so pretty.
That's cool.
nice. Melissa, for
I
someone-
made sure. Look, Chris.
Yeah.
No pentagram.
I appreciate it. Those are
I
awesome.
made sure before I bought them. But if you look at, it's kind of got like a D20 in the
It
middle.
does. Like it's totally
Yeah.
D20.
Nice.
It's like the die of dice. Mm. All
That's
right.
a dope
Who am I?
band name.
Dr. Strange.
All right, everybody ready to go back in?
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
I'm not
I'm just
ready.
kidding.
So
So I'm not French.
Thaunis looks to all of you and goes, okay, here we go. And he creates this portal. You see him using both hands to kind of wax on, wax off. And he is just, and as he moves them, you see this, and it just grows and grows until again, like before, it's big enough for a person to be able to walk in through. And again, it's kind of just behind you, and he's got both hands. And again, with your Arcana check of 20, Grim, you can feel that as he's holding the portal open, he's diminishing. You feel his power weakening, but he's holding, and you can see just a little shake in his hands. And he goes, "It is stable. Well, now, quickly, and remember, touch the horn together when you find it. Go."
I'm gonna run through.
Yep, I'm right behind her.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna be like, bye.
Are you gonna jump backwards while you do it?
As you do that, for like a split second, you see Thaunis like raise one eyebrow, like, the hell? And then boom, you're through the portal.
Oh,
As you run, as you are falling through, it's a sensation of like falling and moving through. You see things, lights, colors, and blips of history happening, which you assume would be history. Everybody, give me a history check.
Woo.
oh, 19 to 21.
21 from them.
10.
10.
Wait, history?
Yep, history. Add your history to it.
I probably don't have any. 9. I shouldn't have looked. I have a -1.
All right, that's okay. 9. So 21, 9, and the last 2, 14, and Yassin?
13.
13. Okay, so
Average.
with the highest history check, Nim,
I read a lot of books.
you can see this the clearest. you see the Phandalin you remember. And then it's almost like a tape being fast forwarded. And you see things happening. And what you see the most is this almost like black goo spreading throughout the land. And you see this happening, and you can see fires, and you see people crying, and you see this mysterious person who kind of comes into the bar, and like just real quick, almost shadowy images that fly past. Both Astrella and Yassin, what the two of you focus on are these shadows of people in danger. Like you can clearly see that that things in a bad way are happening, but you can't see any details of that. Grim, you are along for the ride. You are kicking it back and just flipping, sliding down. And so in a flash of light, all of you arrive in Phandalin. Grim, you sort of like trot out because you ran forward. Estrella's right behind you. Yassin, not too far. And then coming in backwards, and just give me an athletics check.
I got you.
Stick the landing.
It'd be
Well, she's
athletics,
supposed to be
Acrobatics is fine, yeah.
acrobatics, so.
plus 8.
14 plus 8, damn, I swear, that's well, whatever. And so you, as you come in backwards, you sort of trip, but you use that to sort of backflip and just land, and you're like, and everybody sees this, like you just watch her like have this goofy ass moment into this like beautiful flip, and she just sticks her landing. And you are all back in Phandalin.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, thank you, please hold your applause. It's fine. Thank you. Thank you. No? Okay.
You have all Grim, you have all wound up in the center of town, right next to the fountain. What you all can clearly see is that the fountain doesn't look the same way it was when you all left. Remember, there was a young girl, a teenager, who was cleaning and keeping, you know, everything crystal clean and all that sort of stuff, who was really pissed off at Grim for splish splashing in what she considered her fountain. The fountain has gone to a little bit of disrepair. There's some green algae and moss that's on it now. Couple of new cracks that maybe weren't there before. Bit of, you know, bird poo on the shoulders and head of the two figures that you now know are Zoroku and Norshella. It looks a little bit older. And in fact, as you look around town, it's not as bustling as it was before. All the same buildings are there, but they seem a little older, a little worse for wear, as if people stopped taking care of them, stopped washing them. The grass is overgrowing a little bit, and you notice off the path, there's a stone path that leads to all the buildings, the center of town, to the tavern, out behind you, which is towards the outskirts and the forest beyond. In the places where there aren't tile and cobblestone paved ways, in the grasses, there are little blobs of black. What do you do?
Go for it.
I was going to say, is there a way for Yassin to find out if any time has passed from between we went to the tavern and coming back?
Why don't you just go ask someone?
The easiest.
True. I thought it was. I get. Yeah, it's not as busy, so there are people. So yeah, I'd like Yassin to go up and ask someone.
Sure. Not too far from you, actually near the fountain, she's sitting on a bench. There's like benches around the fountain to view its magnificence. There is a woman who's sitting there, and she's, well, a little disheveled, but doing all right. Just sort of staring at the fountain and almost a longing look in her face. So, you approach her. What do you say, Yassin?
Something how you look.
Hello, friend.
Well, shiny day to you.
It's okay
That's
to
all
just say hi, bro. You can just say hi.
I greet her and I ask her just as nicely as I can, neighborly, like, what day is it? What year? What's the year? The month, whatever is the best.
The date.
Yeah, the date.
She looks at you and she goes, hi there. And then she turns over your shoulder and looks at Grim and she goes, you.
Ha!
You.
I know.
I'd be like, and I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna be like, you're the girl who was cleaning the fountain, weren't you?
You're the bitch who was swimming in the fountain.
That the one.
Gang, gang.
Oh, gosh, how 10 years ago at least. You
Uh-oh.
different. You have an age. You
At least.
10 years.
Yikes.
at least 10 years. What was her name? Did I
You
give
didn't
her
give her a name. You
I didn't give her a name.
teenage girl.
Okay, cool. I gave her a name in a different
Fountain
campaign.
lady.
She looks and she goes, I was that teenage girl you met. I'm Steph. And you jumped into the fountain, said something stupid, and you left to go to the tavern. Now, I've met tieflings before. You age similar to humans. You have not aged a day.
It's only been a day to us.
Mhm.
She looks at the rest of you and she goes, you're all together.
More or less. I mean, it's pretty new.
Yes.
We're acquaintances.
Yes.
And she looks at all and she goes, I remember. I saw some of you walk into the tavern that same night that she was in the fountain. I saw you, and she points to you, Yassin, and I saw you, and she points to you, Nim. I didn't see you. You must have come in later, and I'd already gone. But, and of course, she's looking at you, Astrella, because it was already night by the time you went into the tavern. I'll be damned. A day ago, you say. Wow.
Well, I mean, a day, but there was a whole bunch of portals involved, and portals.
Sun-
And,
Sunflower.
Dear. It's I was about 14 when y'all met me, and she looks at you again, Grim. I was
Mhm.
14. And now I'm 25. I just turned 25. So it's been about 10 years since the last time we saw each other. And a lot's changed. I don't know where y'all have been, and I don't know why y'all came back, but this place ain't as friendly as it was before. You may want to turn around.
Who runs this town now?
Oh, that is a loaded question, dear. I mean, the three who ran it before, the magistrate and our two council members, they're still here. Strength.
Strand.
Hang on, I know the other one, Sildar. They're here. Halia, I don't think they all still run over there in the magistrate's building. But if you ask who really runs this town, in my opinion, well, there's this tiefling who came into the tavern not long ago, this bard. Well, around that time, that's when shit started to get real weird in this city. Now he keeps the peace. And in a way, what he wants, he gets. So if you ask me, even though I'm a young girl who don't know nothing, he really runs this place. Everybody in that magistrate's office kind of does what he says.
And what is this tiefling's name?
Well, he's known as the Bard of Bards. But when you get him drunk enough, he'll tell you. His name is Kirin.
Clover?
Kirin.
Oh.
Klo and Rim. But one word, dear. Keep up with me. You'll find him there. He's performs almost every night. I'd start with that
At the tavern.
at the tavern. Are you here to help?
Yes.
That's
The
what we
best
did.
we can.
TBD.
Gonna come up behind her, just like kind of put an arm on her shoulder and be like, "That's us. That's what we do."
Can I jump in and ask her if Estrella's still around?
Oh, the physician, the elf lady. Yes, she's still where the physicians are, but there's a lot more tents than there used to be. She's still our head physician. Hopefully she'll continue to be for a while yet. Yeah, you can find her.
Oh, is Seth still here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She points over to the cart house. And she goes, yeah, he never left. He's still there, still selling his weird ass shit.
I had a date with him like 10 years ago, but like, you know, I kind of got stuck in a portal. So I'll go check him out later. It's fine.
I never heard anybody having no dates with Seth, so you
Well,
watch
not
yourself.
like a date. It was more like a, you know, I was gonna go check out his wares, but he was closed for the night, so I was gonna go up and get early in the morning, and then we were going to go and have a shopping.
I understand.
An encounter.
Well, it sounds like all of you have some business to do and you have some deciding to make, so I'll be out of your hair. Just you blue man.
I'd like to ask her about how long it's been since the black goo on the ground has appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Black mold.
Well, it started about a good 10 years ago. But it was isolated. Few people here and there out here when I was a kid. Now, well, it seems like almost everybody's caught in it at some point. Most people die from it. Takes a bit. We're losing our livestock. We're losing our animal. I mean, you see it all over the ground. Don't touch it. I'll just tell you now, don't touch that. It burns. And she holds up her arm, and you can see these scars that are going all up it, as if her skin was just burned by acid. And near the crook of her arm, kind of where it bends here at the elbow, you can see black veins kind of just starting to poke. I wasn't careful a few months ago. I thought I washed it off quick enough, burned something fierce, but well, looks like it's got me too. And in the end, the black gets everyone. I see your hand, Grim.
This is for
Yep.
the DM.
Yeah.
No. If my crap would load, hold on. Sorry. My computer just shut off randomly when I was looking at what I have. If I don't know, can I use my magic to levitate a part of the goo?
Yeah. I'll allow that. Just for shits and giggles. Why do you want to levitate the goo?
Bro.
I think I have a bottle,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
probably somewhere in here.
Contain the goo. Contain the goo.
a specimen.
Anyways, I would like to take it and put it in the bottle.
Let's make this sleight of hand. Roll a sleight of hand check for me. With advantage, because rule of cool. This sounds like fun. So rolling with advantage, you roll twice and take the highest number.
It's gotta be more than that. Okay, I'm gonna use a different die. 10.
Okay, do you have anything
Do
to
you have
add
it a
to sleight of
plus
hand?
sleight of hand?
Nope, that's
Thank
okay.
the Lord it's not negative anything though. Some of these
Yeah,
hit-
that's rough, buddy.
Kind of as you do this, you sort of it's just a quick spell, not a full levitation spell, as you're not really a master of it, but you dabble in some things. And so you sort of kind of try to encourage it to come in. And as it does, most of it falls into the vial, except for a small piece that hits your thumb as you're holding it. And
Which hand?
Your left hand. You're casting magic with the right, and on your left hand, just a little piece hits your thumb. And you watch Steph, this young woman, kind of freaking out, go, "Oh no!" And she comes up to you really quick and takes her shirt and just wipes it off. And when it's wiped off, you can see that you have a little small scar there, but nothing more than that right now. You just have a little scar. And she goes, "Oh, I hope that wasn't quick enough. Why would you do that?"
I need a piece of it so we can figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry. Look, just be careful. It doesn't take much. Hopefully we got it off in time. I don't know. Just be careful. There is no cure, right? I'm gonna die. It's just a matter of time. Just be careful. And then she walks away, all just
Upset. In
worked
her
up.
face.
In a tizzy.
So
Can I make a? Have I seen black goo before, or have I just heard of it? Can I make a check?
the only time, the first time that you've seen this black goo is in this village in the city of Phandalin, but you distinctly remember it when you went to Stella's physician's tent. You've seen it on the people. You recognize the lesion that was on Steph's arm. It's not new to you. It's just you realize it's bad now. Like it's a full-on epidemic.
Okay.
Coronavirus.
It's real.
Good night.
So you have a few tasks set out for you. First is Astrella mentioned wanting to go see the physician over at the hospital tent. So that's something that you could all do together or separately. Nim mentioned wanting to talk to the shopkeeper, Seth, the little cat guy. That is an option to do together or separately. And then also the young woman who you met as a young girl told you that the person to talk to is the Bard of Bards, Kirin, who now hangs out at the tavern. So these are sort of your points of interest. You can really do anything you want to do in any combination.
I'm gonna strap bottle onto my hip.
Yep.
Or in a bag or whatever I have.
So I'm going to say, since you have vials, that your belt would have little loops in them to hold this, kind of things that you dabble and toy with. Astrella, you would have the same thing too, having this kind of heavy medicine background. Each of you have vials for your own reasons, but you have little holsters you can carry them in, and so you can safely put it there. There's a cork on top. It's not going to get out. It's not going to hurt you unless the vial breaks for some reason. So we'll keep that in mind.
Good to know. I'm gonna go find Kirin.
Close enough.
What was it again?
Kirin.
Kirin. Kylo-Ren. Kirin. That help?
I
So
wonder how you came up with that name.
I don't know, just things come to me. Genius. So are you telling the party that you're going to go do this, Grim, or do you just walk away?
I'm going to say I'm going to go find this bard. If you want to come with, you can, but that's what I'm doing. If we're all going to go our separate ways, we need to meet back at the fountain. What time is it?
If you look out, you can see the sun kind of starting to slowly descend. It'd be about maybe 3-4 o'clock. It's not setting yet. It's just kind of getting ready to do its thing. Past midday for sure.
Well, he said that he doesn't show up tomorrow. She said normally don't show up till nighttime. So
Okay, fine.
maybe we should stay together.
as just a DM rule to help my new players, it is always recommended that the party doesn't split up. You can, but be careful, because if you split up and happen to get into a fight of some sort and no one's there to help you, you on your own. However, it doesn't mean you can't strategically split up. It's just sort of a rule to think about.
Okay, fine. Until the bard comes, we have like 3 hours.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
What? I just need y'all to start talking. Like, what do you want to do until I can do what I want to do? So we can stay together. As per Sunflower's suggestion.
Since it's like daylight hours, I say we go find Seth first, because he'll be leaving his shop soon.
Let's go. Maybe
Let's
he's
have this guy think.
pump it around somewhere.
Like,
Do you
All right.
know
don't
when-
need to beat Seth. He is great. He's this little cat guy. He is adorable. He wants to eat my rat, but he's not.
Oh yeah.
do we know where Stella is?
Yeah, we know where Stella is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to go
Emily's
there?
been there. She's
Grim. Seth, not Stella. Seth. We're going to Seth.
All right, so you're all gonna go meet Seth.
It's okay. I know they're very close. Same letter. It's fine.
I'm gonna go meet Seth.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, so as you walk, so Seth's cart, his house cart, if you will, is right next to the tavern, not far from it. And it's sort of almost the entrance piece into a bigger bazaar behind his cart home, which really is a home with big wheels on it like a wagon. Looks like there could be an animal that would pull it from the front. You sort of see an area where you might hook a large beast onto it. His mobile home, if you will, is sort of at the front, and behind you can all see other smaller tents and people trying to sell their wares. But Seth is out front by his main wheel. The door is open, and as you all approach, there is this couple that walks out, this human couple, and they have a kind of some farming equipment and things like that they're holding. And you hear Seth going, good purchases. Well, you're welcome back here anytime. SSS, please come by. I'm so sorry that they burned down last time. Keep them away from the goop. That's all I can say. Nothing's insured against the goop. Keep it away from the goop. All right, have a good one. Goodbye. Oh, nice to meet you. And you see them walk by you, and they're a little sad, but they're trying to live their life. And you all approach Seth, and he goes, and he looks at you, Nim, and he goes, the girl with the rat that you wouldn't let me eat.
Still can't eat him.
Oh no.
But yes, that's me.
That was 10 years ago. I waited.
I know. I was. So
That's fine. Don't worry.
Portals and things and stuff happened.
It's okay.
and-
I don't need to. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, it's fine. You're here now, and I imagine you wish to peruse. You wish to look at my wares.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
right,
not friends.
right. Oh, hello, friends of the rat girl who won't let me eat her rat. I'm
No,
Seth.
he's off
By
the
the way,
menu.
I'm Seth. I am a purveyor of all things: weapons, potions, magical trinkets, anything you want. I probably have it. If I don't have it, I could probably get it for you for the right price. Anything your heart desires. And he kind of takes some glitter out of his pocket and goes,
I like this guy. I like this guy a lot.
I wonder why.
oh, I'm sensing a skeptic. You're probably looking for something exceptionally rare, are you not? Yes. What is your name?
Grim.
Yes, you are. You see what I did there? And the rest of you. Hi, Seth. And you are. He looks at you, Emily.
Hi, I'm Astrella. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, my dear. And he reaches out and he grabs your hand. He kind of kisses it and he goes, a pleasure. And who's the brute?
Hello. I'm Yassin. It's nice to meet you, mister. It's nice to meet you, Catman.
Catman. He's funny. He has the joke. You know what? I'll take it. I kind of like that. Catman sounds mysterious. Like I should be doing vengeance in the night. Come in, please, and have a look around. And if anything interests you, just let me know. Let me know. I will be in the front. And as you all walking up the stairs, you notice that he has a main room. It's a decent size, probably like a 20 by 20 space, give or take. And on the walls are adorned tons and tons of swords, spears, staves, armor, cloaks, things that look like they're just fun, things that are like bottles and potions and lots of different colors. And then items that you don't recognize as being of significance right away: tablets, books, scrolls, weird little gemmy things, rocks, literally just rocks piled in different places, stuff spread out everywhere. And you see Seth, and he's like 5'2" at most, clearly the shortest person in this entire place. And he just kind of walks over to the front and sort of like hops onto a stool and then hops onto the counter and then just sort of like sits on the counter, very much like how you see a cat would sit, just haunches down and just kind of they're watching all of you.
I'm gonna look around for a trumpet.
Looking around for
I am looking for the trumpet. I have the goal.
Go ahead and give me an
Wait,
investigation.
the horn. I don't know why I keep saying
Yeah.
trumpet. That's not what I wrote down. I'm looking for anything horn shaped.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I join in on that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Anybody who wants to look for it, you can roll
I'm looking
investigation.
at other stuff.
You're looking at other stuff.
I'm looking.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
I'm looking at the shiny things. What are the shiny things?
6.
You said they were-
3.
No,
Wait,
that was not one.
investigation? Do I have something?
Investigation.
Nat 1 + 2.
Oh, nat 1. Oh, you got a nat 1. Oh, so if you get a nat 1, no pluses count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what just happened to me 20 minutes ago.
Sorry.
It's fine, we're all paying
Okay,
attention. We all know what's going on.
17.
17. Oh, our
Holy
high
shit.
roller.
Get off me.
What's your +2 investigation? Oh, just 2? Oh, you just got a nice roll. All right.
Oh, nice.
Nim, you're looking at the shiny things.
Yeah, and rocks.
Roll a history check
Okay.
on those for me.
20.
Okay,
Nat
nat 20.
20.
Excellent. All right, so let's resolve this. First, we're gonna start with the nat 1. Yassin, you are overwhelmed by everything you see. I don't know why. You're just having a rough day, and you look at everything, and you're like,
Shiny.
oh, and it's too much. And for like a good 4 or 5 seconds, you don't move. You're just blanking out, jaw open, and it notices, like everybody notices that you're doing this. Does anybody do anything to Yassin as they see him just sort
As
of
I
like,
walk by, I'm just gonna.
and so you don't notice anything, but Nim's closing of your jaw does kind of like wake you back up, and you're no longer catatonic, but you didn't see anything. Astrella, you notice that there are things in this space, and you can tell the difference between the things, but nothing jumps out to you just yet. So at least you're not overwhelmed like Yassin, who just like
Right.
died for half a second.
Stuff and things.
I'm gonna say that I rolled my eyes and looked at the stuff when I saw Yassin staring and possibly drooling at whatever he was.
I like how Grim has to tell everybody every time she rolls her eyes. Like,
Y'all need to know.
I roll count starting now.
At least 25 so far.
Grim, you do notice instruments. You can see mandolins and guitars and fiddles, and then you see something that looks like it's a horn. It's definitely a horn, and you see it, and it's the only horn in the entire shop. It is pretty. It's got some jewels on it and a little bit of gold rimming and things like that. And you notice that there is a horn, but right now, at least from your distance, you can't tell if it's the horn. It's just a horn. Nim, so with your nat 20 on a history check, what interests you more than the shiny objects are the rocks. You've seen these rocks before. These are rocks from the temple where you found your last item. You can tell because of the carvings that are on them. And you notice that they're almost like puzzle pieces. And you can see that that rock would go with this one and would complete a word, and like with this one and could complete. And you kind of just glancing at about the dozen or so rocks that he has, you could probably piece together a sentence and a half if you were to purchase 6 of them. You can
So
tell
there's a dozen of them.
there's a dozen rocks, but 6 of them seem like they actually go together.
Gotcha.
The other 6 are random. You can tell it's the same stone, it's the same, general craftsmanship that you could see, chisel work and stuff like that. But only those 6 go together. They come from a mural that was there.
I'm gonna start like loosely putting them close together, just trying to see if I can.
Okay.
Use
Fair
the
enough.
mind palace.
Hmm.
I said
Mind
use your
palace.
mind palace.
With your nat 20,
Mhm.
you absolutely can put them together. And Seth just kind of notices that you're doing this, and he kind of comes out. He just sort of slinks a little closer on his little desk that he has, his counter, because the rocks are fairly close to where he's at. And he looks, he goes, what? Oh, I didn't think about that. They're a set.
I don't know, they just seem.
I was gonna sell them as individual rocks that come from a far off land, but that's a whole set. Ooh, that raises the price. Not for you. I mean, if you don't want it, I'm gonna raise the price for others. I'm fair. I'm being fair. I'm just. Oh snap. Can you read that? You know what it says?
Can I?
You cannot. Read it.
Mm.
This is written in a language that you've never seen before, but it vaguely does remind you of Elvish. There are Elvish qualities to it, the way the characters sort of turn and curve. It feels like maybe a long lost Elven script, but you do not know what it says at all. Even with a nat 20 on your history check, you've never encountered anything like this in your life in all of your travels.
Now, what are we talking about here? Like, they're just rocks, right? They have something written on them, sure. But for me, though, what would you
Oh,
price these things?
for you,
Yes, for me.
the girl who stood me up 10 years ago, for you.
No, I was stolen away from you. That was not my fault.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever. Stolen.
Look, I mean, you can tell I haven't aged a day.
Look,
I
Look,
mean,
you have,
look
you're,
at this face.
you're an elf. Elves don't age. I'd be dead before we saw a wrinkle appear on that face. I'm just saying.
And then we just kind of like.
How do I do it? I'll make a deal with you, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're just rocks. Somebody came in and just dropped them off, and I thought, what the hell? I can make a profit off of them. I'll tell you this. Let me lick your rat. Just one lick, and I'll give you the words. You can have the words.
You want to lick my rat?
I don't want to eat it. Just want to take
I'm
a lick.
so glad you don't have a cat right now.
Okay, but you have to tell me who brought them in.
2 licks.
Yassin says, "Come on, do it."
Crumbs made.
Oh yeah, at this point we're all watching this. We're
Yeah.
all invested.
Just-
We're huddled around. We're just kind of yeah.
The rat. Lick the rat. You just hear Seth kind of trying to get a chant going. Lick the rat. Lick the rat. Huh? Yeah. Yes.
But only licks. Don't even think about touching him with anything.
Fine. I'm not going to eat them. I just want to taste. I haven't tasted rat in so long. Please.
He could use a bath. He's gonna- I'm just gonna take him out. Listen to me. This is for our own good here. Just let the man lick you. Okay? I promise he will not eat you. I love you. I would not let him eat you.
Roll animal handling for me.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Crumbs gets your intentions and feels safe and secure in your hands as you
Just look right
stretch
at
him
me.
out.
Just look right at me, baby.
And Crumbs is looking right at you, and you can see Seth just going, oh, he's a big boy. You just hear him go, oh, that was, oh,
Does this Crumbs react?
I'll tell you later. And then he does a second lick. Oh, he's a special rat. He's not your average rat. I can tell. It's in the flavor. It's subtle. Oh, nice. Oh, it'd go great with a Sauvignon.
Oh,
Red meat.
Oh, thank you. He's fine. He's fine. It's okay. He's clean. Cats have clean tongues. We're good. And when you look at Crumbs, if a rat could have an expression, he's pulling it all. He just was like,
Traumatized.
and he's like, and you just hear him go squeak. And he just looks at you, but he's fine. Nothing's wrong with him. He's a little,
okay.
his hair staying up on end.
Can
a
you
little-
let it home? It's fine. I actually have like a specific pouch on one side that's like his pouch. So I put
He goes into that pouch. You notice that though he's left you a little turd in your hand through that encounter. Just
Mhm.
one.
As Seth's not looking, she's just gonna kind of. Yeah. So, what about that information?
All right, the rocks are yours. You can take them. Fine. As far as the man who left them, I can tell you a couple of things about him. One, he's never been here before. First time customer. Two, was a man. Dark skinned, probably came from the Middle East kind of a thing. He's, I think his name was, what was it? He did say his name. It was Brutale. Yes, there's a little ring to the end of it, Brutale. I don't know if it was a name or a title, or he's just being fancy and saying brutal in a fancy way. I don't know. But he came through here. He did mention one thing. He was disappointed because he couldn't find what he was looking for. But he did kind of talk up this big story about how this temple was holding the most powerful artifact ever found, and yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. These rocks will get you some money, and I'm like, sure, what the hell? And so I made a trade.
Did he come in after me? Like,
Oh, you've been gone for 10 years. A whole lot of people came in after you. But yes. No, it was definitely after the time I saw you. These rocks weren't here when you were here the first time.
well, I never got to see your shop the first time.
Well, they weren't here.
Okay. I believe you. A cat who's gotten to lick a rat tells the truth. Usually.
Indeed. Remember that. Next time you come in. Imagine what I do if you let me eat the rat.
Not on the menu.
Fine, whatever. Okay. Yeah, he looks at the rest of you. Okay, our trade is done. You discussed me. For the rest
Okay.
of you, yes.
Can I look at this horn?
This one here. And he kind of like, you watch him hop, hop, hop. And as he walks, like he barely comes up above your waist. He's like, yeah, follow me. And kind of walks over where the horn is. And it's just at the tippy top of his reach. You kind of watch him like hold on to a shelf and lean up. He's like, and he grabs it and brings it down. And he goes, this one here.
Can I, not touching it, feel if I can sense Thorin?
Honest.
Fairnesses.
I was sure.
It's okay. I have a hard time remembering his name too, and I made it up. Thon is Thonis.
N-I-S. Honest. I
Yep.
was on a new page, sorry.
Roll
Can
an
I see if I
Arcana.
can, since I sensed Thonis's energy and powers the whole time he was doing his last bit,
Mhm.
can I roll for whatever?
Yeah, an Arcana check. You're checking for the magical properties of it.
Arcana. Okay.
Roll them metal dice. Get all up close to that.
I'm a little.
Can I roll again?
What you got?
8.
8. Wow, you have a pretty high Arcana plus too, so okay. Oh, it's only 2? What is your highest check? I swear you had something that was high.
Oh, I have deception. And that's +8.
That's right. That's your bread and butter. Okay, cool.
My acrobatics is plus
So with an 8, here's what you can tell with an 8. This object has no magical properties at all. It's not that there is or isn't anything to feel or that you get a vibration. This sucker is 100% a horn. It's just an instrument. Like you just hold out your hand and go, no, there ain't nothing there. And he goes, it's a nice horn. Look. He's like, it's good. It still works. You want it? I give it to you for a steal, like 2 gold pieces. Wow, so I was not gonna stay on the table forever. You want the horn or not? Are you looking for another horn? Is this particular horn you're looking for? Is this not horny enough for you?
Plenty.
Just saying.
It's fine. It's just
Okay.
not what I'm looking for.
So you're a horn connoisseur, I see. And he kind of like, and then he looks at you, Yassin, and he goes, oh no, okay. You just put it up there for him and he goes, thank you. And as you touch it again, nothing happens. You go, thank you, I appreciate it.
Now that they've walked away, can I go up to Nim?
Yeah.
I want to go up to Nim. I want to ask her. I want to be like, hey, can I look at those stones?
Sure. I can't figure out what's on them, but you
Can I
know
try
that?
Can I try to read them? I can read
Sure.
Elvish.
I'm gonna sit there and like put them in order. I think I figured out how they work. Here.
Remember, both of you are elves. So
yeah,
you both can read Elvish, but when you see it, Astrella, again, you recognize it as being Elvish, but you've never seen the language before.
I can speak it.
Correct.
You can speak it through. Now, if the two of you would like, you can roll to see if you can interpret it between the two of you and combine, both of you can roll a history roll for me and combine your number.
History. Okay. Let's do it.
Do it.
Rolls.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Any pluses to history?
Oh, I add 9.
Oh yeah, George, do you have any pluses to your history, Emily?
Yeah, no, I rolled a 3. I have a +6, but I rolled a 3. So
Gotcha. Well, that's okay. Between the two of you, you can determine that one letter in particular really stands out. And you're both very confident that this is the letter H. Seems very close to multiple forms of Elvish that you have seen. It has the same kind of swoop and characteristics. You go, it's an H. And in fact, this is the first letter on the tablets, on the kind of stones put together. The very first one you see. It's definitely the start of the phrase. Is an H. That's all you know right now.
Do I know any of that language at all or draw anything from it?
No, your gifts, Grim, would be in looking at the magical properties of things or in trying to deceive people or hide stuff. Astrella's gifts are within the medical range of things, and then Nim is the best in your party at history checks, at least from what I know of the three of you. And then Yassin, you also have gone on many journeys as well, and you might have seen things in the past. So there's ways that you all can kind of play that. But as far as for this, Grim, to you it's just rocks. There's no magic coming off of these rocks. You can almost kind of feel an echo, if you will, though. Like it was near something magical, but it's not magical itself. Just was kind of near something at most.
Then I'm going to talk to Nim for a minute
Mm-hmm.
and ask her, why is this important?
Important.
Well, we're looking for a horn and you're looking at rocks.
I like rocks. Rocks can be very pretty. Rocks. Well, this looked like it was a special rock. It came from a special place. Who knows? Maybe the horn's in the special place.
How do you know it's from a special place?
It's got writing on it.
So does my journal. Doesn't mean it's important.
Oh, you have a journal?
Not the point.
Important.
Keeping records is very important, but I digress.
A ship's log.
She's
I've
my
got a journal. You can look at it if you want. I've got pictures. I draw in it. It's got stuff about stuff.
Stuff. Stuff is good.
usually what people write.
You can trade journals.
But
someday. Like,
maybe.
okay. So what you're asking is why am I looking at rocks when we're supposed to be looking for a horn? I didn't think we were gonna find the horn just off of some cellar. It kind of seems a little more important than that, to be honest.
At this point, Seth is going to come go, you're looking for a horn. You're looking specifically for a horn. Interesting.
Where have you seen a horn?
Well, the only horns I've seen are the ones that are up on my shelves. But I can tell you, it doesn't sound like you're looking for an ordinary horn. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Smart cat.
He gets real close to all of you, and he, again, being about everybody's waist, give or take, he's like, come down. Oh, it's more. Okay. And everybody kind of, you all huddle around. He goes, might you, by chance, be sent by Thaunis?
Knows the man.
The cat man knows.
Now we gotta kill him.
His name is Seth. Also a tabaxi, by the way. Cat's derogatory.
Oh,
So sorry.
sorry, sir.
The tabaxi man knows.
Yes.
You suck at whispering. Anyways.
Okay,
Where
so
did
you know Thaunis, do you know why we're here? I'm sorry.
Door. I mean, not the point. Where have you heard of it? Where would it be?
Was it?
I've only heard legends about this. There are rumors about a god named Thaunis. Not one of the gods of Faerune, not one that we grew up with. There are many gods up there. Apparently, Thaunis is one of them, one we've never heard of. This is what I know. He has instruments of himself spread out amongst lands, realms, places, lakes. I don't know. It gets lost in translation, but they're out there. But there's one that supposedly is near here. I've never been able to find it. No one's ever brought it into my shop. Not that I go far, but I do know something. Something that could help.
What do you want?
She's a smart one. This Grim knows. Look, I level with you. It's not money. I don't need money. I'm actually loaded. I'm rich. That's why I sold you rocks. Look, here's the thing. I lost someone, and you see him like start to tear up a little bit. Very special to me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a little girl. And I didn't know who to ask to help, but maybe the four of you look tough. You look like you can go do something. You can go. I mean, he comes up and like he squeezes Yassin's muscles, and he's like, "Yeah, you're tough. Nice myself. You could probably do this." Well, someone came by. They stole my little girl from me, and I know the direction they went. But look at me, small. I can't fight. I can't do anything. I don't know how to get it back. But maybe if you went with me, maybe if we find it together, you could get it back for me. You do that.
Nim just kind of goes down on her knees and like hugs him. She's like, we have to.
We're going to.
Don't sound so happy.
Stop crying. You're making him soggy.
She's got a good point. He like pats you on the back. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Solidarity.
Who took her?
This group of bandits, okay, led by this. Well, he looked like a tiefling, a big man, horns on his head, dark. Don't give me that face. He's very
Yeah.
Like a pirate or something? Is it definitely a piratey type guy?
Does he have a
Mhm.
nipple ring?
In fact, he does. Yes, he had these gold rings on the nipples. Look painful, expensive, painful.
Okay, bandits.
So he led this group of men.
Do you know this guy? Like,
Maybe.
Mm.
He came in here
She's just-
and was looking to sell something that was dark magic. I don't deal in dark magic. I didn't want a thing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So he said I wasn't going to buy. That he was going to. Well, he was going to take my little girl. Thought he was bluffing. I mean, I'm not going to buy that. But then I woke up the next morning and she was gone. And I could follow the tracks, but I need help. That was about maybe a day ago. Wasn't long. It was recent. We could find her. I understand there's other things that you need to do in town first. It's okay. But if you're ready to go, you know,
We need to go now.
we can, okay.
what does
Let's
she
go.
look like? Or are you gonna come? Or are you gonna?
I'm gonna come. I'll come with you.
He's coming.
I will help. I'll help lead the way. You want to leave now?
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
The
We're going.
tabaxi man comes.
Go.
I like this guy. He's big. He's strong. Not too much in the brains, but it's okay. And so he
I know
opens.
the ocean. It's okay. Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Are we all pretty well rested?
Oh yeah. No, you've had a night to kind of relax and you've had food and everything. As far as you're concerned, you've been up maybe like 12 hours, you know, even though 10 years have passed, like you're all fine.
Nice. Good to know.
Okay. Lead the way.
All right, follow me. And so he opens the door, leads out. As the last of you leaves, he closes it. You watch him lock, and you notice that next to his door, he's got these like little, like almost like cat scratch posts, little steppers. And you watch him hop onto the top one, and he locks, and he just bounces down and keeps locking all the way down, 5 locks until his door.
Oh.
He's like, these installed this morning. I just guess you can never be too careful anymore. Huh? Okay, follow me. Be careful where you walk. There's lots of all
Goo.
this black goo and stuff around. Don't touch it. I've seen a lot of nasty things happening this way. And he'd lead you around the bazaar, and you head off into the woods that are at the edge of town in that direction. Which, for those of you that care, you're heading west. You're heading west. Keep in mind that also in a westerly direction would be the docks that Yassin you learned about earlier as kind of the last resting place of where your ship and your first mate might have been. So all of that is in the same direction that we're traveling now. The journey is going to take about an hour, give or take. What you're noticing Seth do is that he is in pure tracking mode. He's down on all fours. You can watch him sniff around and sniff, and then go this way. You never forget your little girl. I know it's this way. It's this way. And then as you get kind of closer in, he goes, see the tracks there and there, and he starts pointing out where people have walked. He points out where it looks like something has been dragged. You can see a cart trail at this point. To all of you, it starts to become very clear that he is leading you in a direction that people have traveled. That you are heading towards something. Do any of you want to do or say anything to each other, to Seth, in this time before we reach where the bandits might be?
Yeah, I want to get some more information about the little girl. Astrella's going to ask Seth what her name is and how old she is.
Oh, yes, my little baby. Her name is Thumbelina. That's just a nickname. Her real name, she gets it from her mother, is Tina. But I call her my little Thumbelina because you know she's the runt in the litter. You know, it's absolutely adorable. She's 4 years old. Yeah, little Thumbelina, and she's the pride and joy of my heart. You know, ever since I lost my wife, she's kind of all I got.
Insight check.
What are you
I
looking
want to
for?
know if he's lying about anything.
Oh, sure. Go ahead and roll for
It was just a puddle over here. She's like, "We gotta find her."
Yassin's crying too, like
it.
Manly tears.
yeah.
Wait, insight?
It's so sad.
Yep, insight.
Ooh,
2, a mighty 2.
I know.
Go ahead and roll. Is your perception higher than your insight?
Horse.
Yeah, it's down a little further. Above performance.
Yeah, no, they're the same. I
Okay,
have a 0 add.
gotcha. No worries. You are not a observant person. Cool. At a 2, yeah, you don't know much about what he's saying, if it's true or not true. What you do know is that he's being heartfelt. Like, you're not sensing it's a performance. At the very least, he believes what he's saying. Whether or not it's true, if he's nuts, if he was drugged, you can't get a sense of that. You just know that he feels what he's feeling.
Okay, well then can I ask him?
Sure.
What was the purpose of taking your daughter? What do they want besides you to sell their magic?
What I know about this item is it's cursed. The person who wields it wields a curse. So by selling it to me, the curse would pass to me. I knew that. I wasn't going to buy this thing. I can only imagine that he's taking my little girl to try and pass the curse off onto her and get it off of him. It's the only thing that makes sense in my mind.
So they didn't leave a note.
Why would they leave a note?
Ransom note.
Ransom. And
Yeah.
no, they just took her. There's no note, no nothing.
No evidence or anything that they were the ones that took her?
There was a piece of clothing, and he pulls it out of his pants, and he holds it up, and you see this kind of like a red cloth that looks like it was torn off.
Investigation.
You can investigate. What you looking for?
Anything on this piece of cloth? What kind of cloth? If I can draw any magic from the cloth?
Sure.
Whore.
Big rolls tonight, man.
Mhm.
Wait. I have so 4.
Okay.
Need to change up dice again.
Out of
Let me
4.
just test something real quick.
Bruh.
Really? Okay.
Anyways, let's move on.
At
from
your
that
mighty
sadness.
4.
Mighty 4.
You pick up the cloth, and you feel that it's a stronger, coarser material, almost not like a burlap, but definitely not like, cotton. This is heavy duty material. That's it. It smells nice. You kind of get almost a cologne kind of a scent from it. And as you can kind of see that Seth looks and goes, "Hey, you smell that, huh? It's pretty distinct. Trust me, when you came into my shop, I recognized that smell. And being a cat, as you all like to say, I know. I'm following that smell now. I can smell them. As we get closer, even you elves will be able to tell what's going on. I don't know about Genasi. I don't know how good your sense of smell is, but we're getting there."
Mr. Tabaxi.
It's a cat person.
Cat person.
No, I said Mr. Tabaxi. That's what I've been
Oh,
calling
oh,
him.
Mr. Tabaxi.
I'm sorry.
You
Um,
Seth. Mr. Tabaxi was my father. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Okay, Seth. What
This is
can
the way
you
it goes,
pull from that one scent?
Well, I can tell you a couple of things. One, he's well groomed. You can smell it. It's good, nice smell. Most ruffians, they tend to be a little, on the dirty side. It's good. It's nice. It's pleasant. I will say it's pleasant. Two, he kind of rubs it in his hands. Being the tradesman that I am, I can tell This is high quality. Like this isn't, you don't just find this anywhere. This is expensive material, probably imported somewhere from across the seas kind of a thing. This guy knows his stuff. Third, and he kind of goes, and he kind of licks it. I can tell you that this man spends a lot of time around spices, spices that you can only find probably out in the Mediterranean regions, along the coast. Probably a seafaring man, probably lives his life on a boat. You know, something where you might import and export spices all the time. That's what I know. That's what I can tell from this. You can't tell?
No.
That's okay. You're a tiefling. The sense of, you know, smell and all that's not the strongest thing with you. Is okay. No worries. No worries. Not on you. That's a species thing. Are we good here? Can we keep going?
Why are we wasting time? She could be in trouble.
Yes.
Are we
yes,
not
yes.
walking or we're talking?
We're walking and talking, but you're distracting me. I got a track. Are we good? Are we good?
Proceed.
Okay. And you watch him get back down on all fours and just. After about 30 minutes or so, the sun is now just a little bit lower. It's just right above the horizon. So if it was like 4 o'clock when you guys arrived, it's not like 5:30ish. You know, it's getting close to that dipping point. And you approach a open area, like you pass through the forest into an opening. And in this opening, you can see is a beach. And there are clear footprints in the sand now, a group of maybe 5 or 6, you can kind of tell, they sort of intercross each other. You also see very large hoof prints in the sand. And you can see those scattered about, maybe made by the creature pulling the cart, or maybe some of them are riding horses. But you can definitely see that there are some hoof prints, about 5 to 6 people. You know, there's no giants or halflings or anything small. They all look average-sized humans, if you will. And you can see sort of in the distance, maybe 50 yards off towards your left, the docks that everybody had talked about, Fandolin's docks, where people will come in to start doing trade and things like that. And there's a few boats, kind of some clippers and things there. There's a few large shack type buildings that may help to house them, take payment from them for mooring at that location. But the tracks move in the opposite direction of where the docks are. Are you going to continue following the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you follow the tracks, Seth looks at all of you and he goes, you are fighters, right? Like I wasn't wrong about that earlier. Yes, you can fight. Make sure.
I'm gonna look at the group and be like, you can fight, right?
Right, y'all don't know.
Oh yeah, Tim's going to actually grab the bow staff off her back and kind of flip it around and like stick it in the sand and feel like, I got this.
Oh, fancy. Okay, cool. All right, good. Just want to make sure.
And I've got these. And she still like points out these.
Astrella is standing like slightly behind them, watches her do the bow staff, and just kind of like pulls out her knife, and she's like, I have a weapon. I haven't used it.
Oh,
Yassin also tries to do like the little pinwheel with his scimitar.
all of you are very showy, very nice, good. Okay, you fight it. I can tell by looking at you, and he points to you, Graham. You probably just rip people's heads off, don't you? Okay, cool. Look, they're close.
Anyways.
They're really close. Just want to make sure that you're all ready to fight. If there is a fight, there doesn't
If
have
you
to
got
be
a
a fight.
weapon, take it out.
Pretty much. Everybody's got you. Okay. And at this point, there's a breeze that passes by, and all of you can clearly smell the same smell that was on this.
What?
Poke it, Emily. Poke it.
Oh.
Everybody pulling out their knives.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
That's always- That's a knife.
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, dope.
Not quite the right one, but you know, it's nice. It's fun.
Damn.
A machete.
All right. All right, we're gonna put it like that. Cool. Nice machete.
Oh man,
Look at it. It's so pretty.
oh my god.
That's a knife.
That's annoying.
All right. So you can all smell on the wind this really nice smell of cologne. Like it's just a nice, pleasant smell, like a sandalwood with a little bit of spice mixed with it, some exotic spices, and just smells like a good smelling man. And as you sort of come over this fairly sizable sand dune, you kind of crawl up to the top of the sand dune, and you look out and you can see down below that there is a camp there, just a fire burning. You can count 6 individuals who are around this camp, various different types and sorts. Some of them look like elves, some look like men. There is one tiefling gentleman that you can see down there in the corner. The light kind of glints off of his nipple ring just a little bit. Swing.
Sparkle, sparkle.
So you see all of them there. You can also see in the distance, not too far, just a little bit off, kind of tied up to a tree that's there at the edge of the beach area, this really rather large cow. It's a big cowish creature, but like 10 times bigger than a normal cow. Like this thing, you
like
could
a giant ass ox.
Oh yeah, giant ass ox. You could walk under this without a problem. Big horns that come out to either side. Across its back are tons of boxes and different wares and bed rolls, and you can even see a couple skulls and stuff in there. Like it's just a menagerie of stuff on this creature's back. And you see Seth looking at this giant ox, and he goes, "Oh, my baby. I haven't heard her. Oh, this is so good. I was so worried. She's okay. Maybe we can get her back. Maybe we can exchange money. Maybe we can do something. We don't have to fight. I don't want to hurt the baby. Oh, there she is. There she is."
Seth, is the giant cow your baby?
He looks and he goes, "I mean, haven't you ever had like, that special like animal in your life that was like, it's your baby? That's my baby.
I felt that way about my shit.
Are you telling me that we left our quest for a fucking cow?
It's not just a fucking cow. It's my baby. Look,
Let's not be too hasty.
he gets down. He whispers. He goes,
Anyways, you
So
still gotta give us
you're looking at
information. So you're not fighting. You're going to sit by that tree.
"All right, I won't argue. I'll sit by the tree. But remember, she comes out safe, or I tell you nothing. I know what you're looking for. I've heard things about it. Because it's not a cat out there doesn't mean it's not my baby. So there."
Yeah.
Does the cow talk?
"No. What are you, nuts? Cats don't talk."
Ah.
And
Cats don't talk.
that, as his last words, he goes over to the tree and he kind of like
Begrudgingly
gets up all
sits
and
down.
like kicks litter, like he's kicking litter back, and just kind of walks up to the tree, and then he just sits there.
We're gonna find you.
Okay, guys, get together. Let's go.
Huddle up. Huddle up.
Huddle up.
Yeah.
Move 'em on.
How do you want to
How-
do it?
How far away is the cow from us?
I would say the camp is about 20 feet from you, and the cow will be like another 10, 20 after that.
Okay, you said the cow was tied to a tree. Is this like normal rope? Is this like, what is it tied with?
It's tied with rope.
Okay, just rope. Okay.
Just rope.
Not
Okay.
not even large rope. It's just rope. You could cut through it.
It's just rope. So one of us, somebody distract him. Somebody go cut the rope.
I'm good at deception.
Me.
Astrella has the knife.
Invitation.
Yeah, my strength is like -5. Don't put me to fight.
Oh, well, I mean, you go cut the cow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And persuasion.
I can
Okay.
move that far, by the way.
Yes, you
I
can.
can move that far in one go. So if you distract nipple rings over there, like
Go
Whatever.
compliment his little nipple rings.
Mm.
want to go find Mr. Hunky, I can dash and I can go for the cow. Why am I talking like that? You got
Because
that accent in my head now, thank you.
Right, you want to talk like this?
Yes, thank you.
You're
I'm on
welcome.
to get the cow. Yes, thank you. All right. If
Okay.
you want to distract Mr. Nipples, then I can run and get the cow. But how fast can you move, Astrella?
I can move 20 feet. I was about to say I have a knife. Yassin and Grim can distract them. We can circle around.
She must be wearing heavy armor.
you have stealth.
Shit. Hold on. Let me see what my stealth is.
I have 40 feet. I have 40 feet of movement. I could do it in one go. I could.
How's your stealth, Nim?
She's good.
I got +5. I could probably.
Okay. I have a -4. So,
You're wearing heavy armor. Yep.
yep, I'm wearing armor. So maybe I don't need to be doing that. How's yours?
Yasin, what's your stealth?
Yeah,
Just
Yassin.
out of curiosity.
My stealth is
Down here.
+3.
Okay, his is +3.
Okay.
You coming
So-
with me?
So
Okay.
me and Astrella
Mhm.
are
Send the
going.
two pretty girls. We'll send in the two pretty girls, and they'll go talk to Mr. Nipples, right? And then me and big guy.
I'm
okay.
going to purchase a nipple ring.
Nim, stealth.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So I'm going.
Yeah.
Are you coming with me?
Yeah, he's going with you.
Okay, this is a
The big
plan.
blue man.
1, 2, 3, go! Right?
No.
No, no.
Yes. Okay. Focus. Okay.
I'm
Sunflower.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Wait till we start talking to them to make the move. Not
I'll
before.
give you a
Not
heads
at the same time.
Right.
Give us like 5. Count to 5, then go. After we started talking.
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or like
Okay,
1.
let Yassin count.
No.
He's gonna count, right?
Aye.
He said he's good. He's good at counting to 5. Okay. Are you ready for this, Astrella?
Okay, what's our game? What are we going up and talking about? Are we shopping and we notice they have stuff? What's the con?
Okay, they are men. We are not.
Body language.
I wish Yassin was going with me because he already knows the
I
plan.
mean, I could totally,
But
I love animals. I could totally handle this. If you need some like man muscle behind you to like,
I do
you know,
not-
maybe he
don't
can.
need-
Mr. Nipples
don't-
might be into
no.
anything.
I feel like you're gonna get distracted, and he might help. So
Yeah, you gotta keep
the
it
off
alive.
chance you do get distracted, he's just gonna be there for backup.
Crumbs is a great backup. He keeps me in focus most of the time. It's okay. I can do this.
All right. At this point, some of your voices are carrying a little bit over the dune.
Oh no.
These
We
these
do.
these pirates, they're perking their ear, and you notice that the conversations that they were having kind of stop and they sort of lessen a little bit.
I'm gonna smack Grimm's arm. Too loud. Shut up.
Now
Okay,
they
me
have-
and
they
Astrella
have-
are gonna run up the hill.
Okay, so the two of you go up the
We're
hill,
running.
and as you reach
We're
the
going
top,
up. It's out. We're going.
the pirates are already looking in that direction, so they're not surprised to see two ladies kind of approach. I like the primping. And the first guy that you come to, he's just this kind of swarthy looking human. He's got skin that has been beaten by the sun, very leathery, doesn't wear a shirt. He's got ratty pants and a sash around it. He's got a kind of a scimitar that hangs off, barefoot, bald, kind of your stereotypical piratey looking guy. And he's like,
Those piratey things.
well, look what we got here. So lovely ladies. Any of your boys into elves and tieflings? I hear they're quite nice this time of year. What brings you two ladies out here, eh?
We were looking for some drinks and company.
Drinks and company.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're gonna find that right here. Would you come over to the fire? We got some rum for you. And well, I mean, mates here, we's the best company you're gonna find. So the two of you are going with.
I'm gonna
this
whisper to
gentleman.
Yassin and be like, I don't think they know what good company is.
Yeah, we're gonna be as casual as possible and go sit down.
So this guy, he kind of puts his arm around both of you, like at the neck. He's not a short guy, but he's definitely shorter than the two of you. And as he raises his armpits, there's a clear lack of hygiene kind of going on here. You know, there's the good smell's not coming from him. And so he's like, you gotta come on this way, lady. My
I'm
name.
just gonna look at him and say, "You do not smell of spices."
Oh, I'm so sorry. He kind of takes his arms down and goes, I'm a little self-conscious about that. I'm sorry. I've been trying to find different things to help with it, but nothing seems to work. I'm so sorry.
You know what does help?
What's that?
Rum.
Rum. Hell, do I think? And so he escorts you to the fire and kind of, you know, gets a bottle of rum from a chest that's there, all very stereotypical, and kind of hands it to the two of you. Nim and Yassin.
Is it 5 yet? Is it 5 yet? Is it 5 yet?
Yassin.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
So what I want the two of you to do is to roll independent stealth checks with advantage. So roll them twice, take your highest number, and then add your stealth modifier to it. So you're going to roll the d20 twice, take your highest number.
Plus stealth.
And then plus your stealth.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, cool.
I got 14.
14, not bad, cool. The modifier to beat for this was a 12 because they're distracted by two lovely ladies and a bottle of rum. And so the two of you are able to make it around the tree line. You're kind of using the trunks to hide you. Very quiet. You're noticing the crunchy leaves and the twigs. You're avoiding all of those. And you make it up to Tina, little Tina. As you get up to her, her head is as big as your body, like just average. This is like a 6-foot head, and the body keeps going up from there. She's definitely a good, 10, 12 feet tall. She's a big girl. The fact that she's the runt in her family is like, well, damn. But she doesn't spook. She's just there chewing cud like a cow would chew. Nothing.
Can I see if I can untie her?
Yes, if you would like to untie her, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand and see if you can untie her.
Just a second.
And for that, we're going to play counter roll.
17 plus 5.
Damn, you're sleight of hand. That was 11. You had to beat an 11. That's what I rolled. Fell right there. So you are able to kind of just gently untie the knot. Wasn't even that great of a knot, being from sailors, you expected a better knot, but wasn't that great. So you untie it.
You could probably do a better knot than this, Dawson.
Yassin's judging it.
It was very well done. I was going to say we cut it, but you jumped ahead.
So you unwrap it from around the tree, and
I'm going to climb on it. Like I want to sit on the couch.
Roll animal handling.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
While all this is happening, me and Graham have like a first day in class circle happening. And like we'd like introduce yourself, your name, your favorite color, and what's one unique thing about you. And we've just got that happening.
This is directed by Astrella.
I went with it. We're all talking about hobbies.
Roll persuasion for me to see if you can actually get these group of pirates to talk about like who they are, their favorite color, and interesting things. See if you can get them talking. What was your animal handling
I got
roll?
a 14.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay, can I help? In
Oh
any
no,
way?
we're good. She had to beat 5. They're
Oh.
all talking. They're
Oh hell yeah, they're drunk. They want to talk. Yeah.
So the gentleman that escorted you up there, he's like, oh yeah, my all favorite color is puce. I love puce. You don't see it very often. I love the color puce. And an interesting thing about me, well, I don't want to brag, but well, they say I'm a really good lover. That's an interesting thing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
What's his name?
He says that his name is Peg Leg Bill, but he has both of his legs. Righto, I say you know what I'm talking about. I heard that one. And it goes around and everybody introduces themselves. But eventually, the captain, if you will, the one who's the best dressed, best smelling, he sort of stands up as he's
I am
walking.
spelling his descriptor.
Because all of these guys are just swarthy, dirty-looking
Swamp
pirates.
ass.
Yeah, but this guy, this tiefling, as he stands up, dark-skinned, long hair, very nice goatee. Again, he's got this shirt, swashbuckler shirt, very open, exposing the chest, his rings. He's covered with glittering trinkets. He's got rings on his fingers, on his ears. He's got multiple piercings going up. His horn just kind of swoop back very nicely. Again, the nipple rings, all part of his look. But as he gets up, he goes, well, that's all very good. I'm glad you've all gotten to know each other. But here's the deal. Women as pretty as you don't come around here looking to hang out with pirates. So I'm imagining there's an angle to all of this. For now, you can just call me captain, if that's swimming around your head. For I am the captain of this group. And let me tell you, I don't trust either one of you. I want both of you to make a deception check. This captain is calling your bluff, or your lie, or your whatever.
Oh, wait, no, not this one. This one.
It's a good one.
Come on. 28 bitches.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. Oh my God, I got it.
You got it too.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so here we go. We're going to resolve all of
I'm
your
gonna
rolls.
die. I'm gonna be the first one this campaign to die.
I'll let you die. It's okay.
So, Nim, with your roll against my counter, which was a few rolls ago, you succeed in climbing up onto the head of Thumbelina here, our little Tina. This
Don't have enough time to
oxen.
reach down and like see if Yassin will grab my hand and I can pull up.
Yassin, you going up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was going to offer to help if it didn't work out the first time.
So the two of you make it up onto the neck of this, and you can see that when you're up there, there is like almost a little saddle that's there in the kind of the back.
Quite comfy. Yep.
Yeah, there's this big dome of stuff, and at the bottom of it, near where the neck is, there's like a little seated area for people, so you can control her from there. So the two of you are on her back. What do you want to do?
I think we should try to ride her into the woods or back to wherever Seth is.
Sneak around.
So
You
through
go
the
sneak
woods or
this
not through the woods?
12-foot
Sneaking or
big
not?
ass-
Yeah, is this a sneak or a gallop? Is it through the woods or not through the woods? It's going to determine what you're going to roll.
I feel like this cow don't move fast, so I'm going to. I mean, slow, sneaky.
I think we should go through the woods. If
Okay.
we're going to be slow anyway.
All right, fair enough. So I want who's controlling the. I imagine the first one on Nim. You're controlling it.
I will if you don't mind.
Well, what's your animal handling?
I have a +3 to it normally.
Oh, I have a +4.
Oh, all right. You can.
Okay. So,
I'll sit back with all the stuff and kind of like get snuggly and go, ooh.
all right. So, Yassin, your years on the high sea, a creature like this, you've actually seen it before. You recognize its species. It's a bufo. It's a bufo species. You recognize it, and you kind of look at Nim and kind of let her know, hey, I got this. And so she lets you. And at the reins, I want you to go ahead and give me an animal handling roll to see if you can get this creature into the woods.
Right.
Into the woods.
As we go. Ooh, 21.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And so you successfully convince Tina to follow your commands. She's like, oh, sure, cool, you got it. You have a very natural charisma with her, and you just kind of like, yep, and you see her into the woods. Now, I will make the stealth roll for Tina for the animal.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I'm going to roll twice. The first roll is going to be the roll she needs to beat. So I'll do this open here so Jess can see. The roll is a 14. That's the stealth that needs to be beat. And does Tina make it? That's a 5.
Oh no, Tina.
Stupid fat lock. Why
Yeah.
the woods?
I know.
We'll get to that in just a second. And just so you all of you know, I'm looking for a way to wrap it up soon because we're reaching that time. But there's a few more things that we need to uncover. So
We're gonna play forever. Just go. No, I'm just kidding.
So we have this high and incredibly high and incredibly low deception roll. So the captain immediately is drawn to you, Grim, and he's looking at you first. What are you doing to encourage him that you're telling the truth?
A little.
Remember, whatever you do will succeed. This is just flavor text at this point.
Okay. What? I guess play innocent and just like
Were you looking for him?
2 girls just looking for alcohol and
Throw on a Valley Girl accent. What do you mean?
Valley girl.
Want to get drunk? Spring break, bitches.
Full tilt.
I mean, we could go with that.
I don't know.
Sure. So you're being flirtatious, and are you getting close to him? Are you touching him at all? Are you kind
Yeah,
of?
you're here for him.
Are you working?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I walk up to the captain, which all I can think of is How I Met Your Mother. And what does he have?
So he's got an open shirt, kind of a very flowy red. You can tell that the cloth that Seth had came from his shirt. It's the same material.
Well, I'm gonna go up there and feel it to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he is looking down, I'm going to, I don't know, distract him, I guess, from the disaster happening over there.
I'm just visibly sweating.
And I don't know, say, why wouldn't 2 young ladies such as ourselves not find the pleasure of your company prize enough?
I mean, you make a great point. I lost his accent. He's British, but deeper, more mysterious. Yeah. You make a great point. My company is legendary. And he looks right into your eyes.
Oh, boo.
Oh, she's a pirate. And he's like, I get why you'd be attracted to me, but the group, coming into a group of men the way you did, well, it sounds like you're asking for trouble. I'm not sure I believe you, but, well, damn, I want to. I really do. And he sort of looks.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Oh, now that I believe. I can believe that. And at that moment, 2 things happen. Number 1, as Estrella is trying to convince the group that she is flirtatious and there on purpose. She trips. She trips
Christ.
over
Wait.
Mr. Pegleg. And she's trying to circle him all, coy like, and she trips over his ankle. And you kind of hear this little cry, this kind of, as she just face plants into the sand. And at the same time that happens, we hear this very large
No.
as Tina breaks a tree, getting her big ass horns into the forest. And there's just this big crashing sound. Now, the captain is enthralled by Grim. So Grim, I would give you about 2 seconds to hold his attention.
Is there anything near us? A wall? Anything? Is there a ship?
What? And so there is behind him. So he was like sitting up, and it was like a dinghy, a boat that would be used to get to and from a ship that was out on the water. So he was sitting on kind of that small little rowboat, and he's sitting on that. Like his men came ashore in it. Around are some chests that some of the other guys, some barrels and things like that they're sitting on, and then the fire, which is technically directly behind you, would be the fire. There's the captain, and behind him, the small little boat.
Is he's sitting on the boat?
Oh no, he's standing. You grabbed him, you felt his shirt, so he's right up in your face. In
Okay.
fact, you kind of feel a
Just go
hand come
for it.
around the small of your back, like he wants to draw you in close. And that's
Okay.
that's where you're at.
You said we're by the boat?
Yeah, it's right behind him.
I'm going to let us both fall into the boat and try to distract him. And
Distract him, Melissa.
yeah, this is not gonna sound right at all. We're gonna fall into the boat, and I'm gonna tell him, if you're the most interesting person, then why are we still hanging around these guys?
Whoa.
Oh shit!
Give me one more deception roll
Oh,
With advantage.
with advantage. So you can roll twice and take the highest number.
Ooh.
Plus your
The first one, 13.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good.
Come on.
For
getting
this one,
excited. She's getting excited. Hold on.
15 plus 8.
nice.
nice.
E3. This captain is jello in your hand. You could tell him to do anything. He is enthralled. He's never met a woman like you before, and he's actually surprised by how forward you are and a little bit shy all of a sudden, as if he's not used to being the one who is pursued so heavily. He's like, oh, wow, miss, wow. I would love to give you and he starts to stammer now, and this suave pirate just sort of breaks down in front of you, and he's just like a teenage boy who just met a woman for the first time.
I've never
He's in the palm of your hand, kind of a thing.
Okay.
All the other pirates have actually looked at Estrella's just face plant, and they're just laughing. They're laughing so loud that it actually covers the sound of that crash between the boat, and everyone's sufficiently distracted, and nobody notices the giant cow heading into the forest. However, I need
How did this
Yassin
Ooh.
to roll animal handling one more time for me. And Nim, I want you to roll stealth.
Come on, Nim.
Come on,
And
animal.
Yassin.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
Is it good? Is it good?
18 plus 5.
18 plus 5. Okay, pretty good. 19 to beat. So good on stealth. What's the animal handling?
21.
Damn. All right. So
we're getting this fucking cow.
you are able to make it with the cow up to where Seth is. You're expertly steering the cow, avoiding the large branches and trees that could get stuck in the horns. And the cow is just very discreetly moving through, very stealthy. The two of you are working well together, kind of helping to guide. At this point, Nim, you're sort of standing on the cow's head and you sort of lean one way or the other to get her to tilt her horns. And she just kind of tilts her head and moves through and comes up to Seth. And Seth is like, oh my gods, yes, oh my baby, you did it. And he sort of like nuzzles her nose and you hear her kind of, and you can tell these two like he's raised her since birth, like this is his baby. And so he climbs up and he goes, are we just gonna leave the other two? I mean, I don't care at this point. I got my baby. We can go. But what's going to happen?
I did all of that for you, and you're just going to leave me. Anyway.
Seth don't care. Seth wants his baby.
I'm going to lean down and like rub her head. It was a good girl. This good girl. And then like flip off over Seth. So I like get off, but don't run into him. And then I'm going to like climb up to the dune and see the situation. I'm gonna go.
What's happening?
Think we need to save their asses now. And
Grim's like, no, but you're not in this, Grim. You're not in this talk.
No. Do I see Grim from where I'm at? Like in
So-
the boat?
So you can see that. I won't say what you can see yet, because as they were plopping and everything, that's what you were
I
using to
just
get
see
around.
Estrella.
So you can see Estrella. She's
Estrella didn't get up.
and everything.
She's suffering.
Man,
She's just now spitting sand out of her mouth. She's getting over this one. She's fucked up twice today.
You can't really see Grim and this other captain too well, but you notice that there's like legs hanging from the boat, kind of a thing, you know.
Oh. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know if she should just like run down there and grab her, or like she's gonna turn to Yassin and Seth and be like, I'll be right back. And she's gonna
Uh-oh. Yassin.
What's your thought? What do you want to do, man? You are this cow, you are on her back. Nim is running towards the pirates. What do you want to do?
I think. Shoot.
I mean,
How far away from like the water on the beach am I?
So you are in the tree line, just
Tree
in
line.
enough that they can't see you. It's about 30 feet to the pirate camp, but you got to go over a dune, so that's why they're having a hard time seeing you right now. And then to the beach, like to the water, they're like another 10 feet from the water,
so 40
barely.
feet from water.
Yeah.
All right, so I can't do that. So I guess I follow Nim, follow Nim, and
With or without the cow.
without the cow. Leave Seth with Tina.
Okay. So Seth comes down and he goes, all right,
We'll be right back.
I'll wait here. But if they start coming near me, I will run. Okay, I just let you know.
We'll run.
You save that baby.
I will.
You leave without us if we have to.
If you survive, you can come find me. You know where to find me. If you survive. If you don't survive, makes it easier for me. And he gets behind the reins and he just kind of rubs the back. Oh, he's like, my little Thumbelina. And you just sound here making coo. So the two of you run towards the pirate camp together. Yes?
Yes.
Are you sure? No, I'm kidding. We're there
No,
yet. You're committed.
Oh yeah, I'm sliding in there like.
you fucking
All right. So as you all are, and I'm looking for a specific song. Yes, I am. So give me, I will find it eventually.
God, if you play Pirates of the Caribbean, I was
Oh, no. No, I'm not that bad. That's too.
He said I left work at work.
Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So as you all start running towards the pirates, there's no stealth, no nothing. You start to hear these footfalls happening. And the pirates who are around Astrella, laughing and helping her up, turn to see these two running for them. And immediately they all move to a protective space around you and draw their swords at the incoming invaders.
I made friends.
At the sound of the swords being drawn, the pirate captain gets up and goes, "Kill the invaders!"
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I can kind of hear it.
And oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the speakers don't come through. But that is where we will end tonight's.
Ooh.
Why did you run out to